Yeah, he's gonna ride for her because of her love and adornment for him.
No, I just certain stuff like that. I just stay out of. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just saw the one clip of him just like, I'm blocked, and that little thing I say, that was so
he does
funny.
it every stream.
Just talking all crazy like that.
Ski fingers.
Yeah.
Like, I ain't know here like ski.
But why is he the last person trying to beef with him?
It's some stuff that they.
I was about to say they had to have had some previous.
Oh, it's some stuff.
It's nice of you to turn your platform into a platform for that.
The community is turning into Jerry Springer at this point.
I love it.
Honestly, that was one of the funniest episodes.
He had me spooked because I was like, hold on. I'm about to end the stream.
Yeah, did you like?
No.
Did you know that he was joking?
Bro, I was ready to go full Batman and cut the stream. And
I feel like
not community being significantly messier than back on Fig.
I feel like I feel like you're like
are we live?
Yes.
Oh, good.
You're like a month away from like going downtown and just finding a really funny like bum and just bringing him back to the crib and just being like, hey, turn up in here, and then you're just messing. Like, think about it, it would work.
It would work though.
Yeah, you give him some crack, he's good. But then
This is
people
my
eventually
uncle.
they're gonna figure it out.
This unk.
I was gonna say you don't want people just cracked out in your house.
Nah, but
Clearly,
That's why you get a separate studio like this one.
Yes, and we do that.
people be cracked out here.
No, I'm saying you could bring a
Former
crackhead here.
crackheads.
Let's say, let me find out.
You could bring a crackhead here, and it's not like he's gonna be able to. I mean, he'll know where it is, but we got security and stuff. What's he gonna do?
Let's be honest. If anyone was cracked out here, it'd be this couch.
Yeah, this the crack couch right here.
The
This
recovery couch.
I'm not afraid.
No, but
Hey, speaking of things I'm not afraid of, one thing I'm not afraid of is rocking Fashionova drip
Hell
every
yeah.
darn day, and that's why I got these beautiful pants on. Shout out to all my people over at Fashionova.
And a good Fashionova socks.
What were you saying? Yes, that's it.
No, I was saying like one thing that I learned is that like growing up in Los Angeles, you got homeboys and you got all type of people that like, you would think that they're not made for camera. And now like, saying you're bringing them in and people are just loving it. Like,
Yeah.
You know who nobody thinks is made for camera?
Who?
The bums downtown.
Oh.
That's what I'm saying. They're
so
like,
we just take it a step further.
I mean, soft white under. Jesus Christ! Did I not already say this?
Sorry. I think it's me.
Oh yeah, you weren't here yet,
think it was
right?
me. I
You
think it
walked
was
in like a minute after we started. No, but think about it: soft white underbelly, but without the like taste or the sensitivity.
Is there any taste or sensitivity?
Yeah, I mean he's super tame and doesn't do any clickbait bullshit. He's not like dramatic.
well, it's not a stream, it's an interview.
Why are you doing one little finger?
One little finger, one little finger.
You put me onto that, now I do it with my kid all the time.
Put your finger up, put your finger down, put it on
It's
your
like
nose.
Somehow when I said it, I knew you would do the whole song.
Shouldn't have said it.
I know.
Your fault.
But why are you? What is this?
I think he was telling him to
I
turn
was
the
telling him
volume
to turn
up.
my volume of my headphones so I can hear.
Turn it up.
But I didn't want to just say that in between, your conversation.
You said it.
Would have been bad podcasting.
So we have to.
We
do this.
working on our podcasting
Yeah,
together,
thank you.
Adam.
Still.
Which,
Denzel still goes to acting classes.
yeah,
Does he?
exactly.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Of course.
Like why?
Sure.
Like, what is he doing?
Hey man, guess what?
You can learn something new every day. Adam.
Can you though?
Yeah, you can. You think you're the ultimate podcaster?
You don't think Michael Jordan did warm-up drills?
Look, he's thinking about it.
But I couldn't imagine going to a podcasting class.
Ain't you making a podcasting class?
Yeah, but I'm like it doesn't exist. That says a lot about how uncommon that would be. No, but I mean I know like okay, all the poker players I know they study. All the athletes I know they train. But
It's like training your brain.
if you're an actor, I would think you just kind of know what you're doing at a certain point. Okay, because once you get good enough at something, your ability to like go to a class about it, once you're truly elite, which I would assume that he is, aren't there very few classes that are really appealing to people who are in the top 1% of this skill?
If you think about it, Kobe, as soon as he will win a championship, he'll go back to the gym.
But that's not a class.
No, I'm
That's
just
just
saying.
practicing.
What if they were teaching him how to?
That's training.
You're training, but you're training your brain when you read and you're doing certain things
Yeah.
when you gather information. So
Right, but Jesus
That's
Christ.
not me.
that one ain't me, is it? Nope.
That shit ain't me.
That one ain't me. It might be you, Adam.
It might be you. Fucker.
Ooh, if it is,
That'd be
I hope
sick.
it's you.
Thank God it does not.
it wasn't me.
Pieces of shit. So why aren't we talking?
No, but you train your brain. You know what I mean? Get that brain.
Okay, but we're talking about going to a class. You're just like reiterating something I didn't talk about.
But you can.
I
go
get
to
it. People
class.
train. Training is normal. A
You can go
class
to-
is special.
You can have vocal lessons. You can go to acting classes. You could do all type of shit.
You also got to think about it like this: who the fuck would be like? Who would be in charge of running a class that would teach Denzel Washington how
Exactly.
to act better?
That would be like, oh yeah, there's a basketball class for LeBron James and Kobe Bryant.
Yeah,
and
but
like,
that's a completely different skill set.
Yeah, and Tim Grover is the guy who trained Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Dwayne Wade.
Never heard
Book
of
is
bro.
called Relentless. Yeah,
I don't think it was a class though. But then there's like the obvious difference.
Josh, tell him. Come on.
Can you just not
clinic.
hit this anymore?
Nigga, that shit in my face.
I know, but you don't have to keep smacking it over
ain't
and
doing it on
over.
purpose,
Yeah, but
shit.
every time it hits me in the fucking face.
My
Yeah,
bad.
Blasey be doing that to
Jesus.
me on Thursdays too.
Yeah, like this is maybe we could saw it off.
Just make it shorter.
I mean, it's like it is kind of
is
close
useless.
to him, right? Especially since he likes to wave his arm around like Ice Poseidon.
It's like Dred's dick. It's just big and black. and
Christ.
just
Another thing
whatever.
that spends a lot of time in 80s face.
Whoa. No, get that book, Relentless, Tim Grover. One of the best books I ever read.
It's about big dicks.
No,
What's it
it's
about?
about being relentless. You know what I'm saying?
With dicks?
No, with back.
He's
I mean,
relentless with gay jokes.
this is the guy who trained Kobe, he trained Jordan. He got them in the mindset of being champions,
The Mamba mindset.
basically.
The Mamba mentality.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys have that
I don't think so.
towards anything? I remember hearing a lot about that after he died.
Bro,
Damn, he had this whole mentality I didn't know about.
You just go hard. So like,
Yeah, he just went-
for
like
instance,
if you watch a bunch of like old like clips of him and shit like that, like it's very
A
inspirational.
lot of people work hard.
for instance, this is
not like that though.
this is what something like it'll be in the book. So basically, if you're the leader of the Lakers, you're the leader of No Jumper. So
You're Phil Jackson.
No, you're not Phil Jackson. You're the star
He's
player,
Kobe.
right?
Okay.
He's Kobe. If something happens at No
you Shaq?
Jumper, it's your fault. Whether it's good, whether it's bad.
Meaning
From
the coach, it's the coach's fault? or-
No, it's
No,
Kobe's fault.
it's Kobe. He take that- he
Kobe
take
would
that.
take the pain on like, I can't believe I let my team down, even though he
Like even if he puts up 50 points.
That's
he's
the
still-
Mamba mentality?
No, basically it's like you
It's a part of it.
take responsibility for everything. Like if you don't take no for an answer. So if your team loses, that loss is on you.
It sounds like a recipe for being miserable.
Nah, just make you go
seemed
harder.
like he was very happy.
I mean, it's already hard enough to deal with all of your own failings, never mind everybody around you.
if you're assuming responsibility, and you know what I mean, like,
As a winner's mentality, especially in sports, I could definitely see how that's a thing. You can't
Yeah.
really you can't ignore anything because it's all
It's
part
all-
of it in
it
a
all
team
comes-
sport. I guess I have no like experience in
camaraderie.
team sports
we're
at
a team.
all.
We're
so-
only as good as our weakest link.
Housephone. No.
Okay, okay,
Housephone
who-
can't be the weakest one.
Who's the worst person?
No,
at No
look,
Jumper?
Mamba mentality simply means trying to be the best version of yourself. So how do you get to just say that like just being yourself is the best version? Like, what if
No,
I
you
just
basically-
walk?
you basically
What if I
just work
walk in?
hard.
What if you were doing a great job at something and I was just like, damn, he got that 22 mentality. He's getting it in like me.
Okay, do you remember that?
Wouldn't that make me a total asshole for being like, oh, you're working hard? That is like a characteristic that is
No, but I don't-
mostly representative of me.
I don't think you're understanding the depths into which
He's not.
I don't think
he
you're
took it.
understanding the depths of how egotistical this is.
Dylan,
It's
did
not.
you remember? Do you remember that commercial with Kobe and Kanye?
No.
And Kanye's like, I'm the best. And he was like, but are you the same animal and the same beast? And he's like, Kobe, what does that mean? Like, basically, it's like you don't settle, you just keep pushing harder.
Yeah.
So somebody for like Denzel, he's like, let me keep working, let me keep doing this.
That
That's
nigga
that
was-
So for
22
you and
mentality.
Pocket- No, that's not no 22
That is the
mentality.
22
No,
mentality.
We're not
No,
dubbing that today.
If Mamba can say it, I'm gonna say it.
We're not dubbing that today.
That nigga could win. He could win a championship, and then as soon as they get off the fucking court, he's yelling at everybody. Fuck you.
Well, no,
God."
that's what they said.
deranged.
They said he would win the championship, and instead of everybody going out partying and
And
celebrating,
celebrating.
he'll go right back to the gym and get ready for
And
next
start
week.
throwing
Same
free throws
night,
up.
it's like
What do you mean?
11
Same
p.m.
night.
Jordan too.
You're gonna
Read the
win
book.
the
Tim
same
Grover,
day.
Relentless.
I don't
Bro,
buy that.
That's,
y'all know
why-
what-
that's why
There's
it's
no
the
way.
Mamba
And that's
mentality.
why Jordan is the best.
Did you
That's
see
why
that
Kobe is the
that
best.
Jordan documentary? They were having a good old time. They were drinking light beer. They had plenty of fun.
No, that's Jordan.
Jordan was doing the same shit.
he just said Jordan did it.
No,
Well, he had a gambling addiction.
Find me evidence of them going
Tim
and
Grover,
training.
Relentless.
I want
Pull
to
it
see
up.
them doing dribbling drills after they just won the championship.
I
The
swear.
same night.
Josh, please pull up.
I want you to prove that that is an actual thing.
well, the thing is, like, what's a mamba? A mamba is
read
like
the book.
a mamba's
The deadliest snake.
Yeah, what is a mamba?
It's a snake. It's an apex predator. The black mamba is like one of the most deadliest creatures on the entire planet.
I didn't know
So, in order to be an apex predator, you need to make sure that you have an advantage over every single other creature in the jungle.
Okay, but one important thing when you're an elite athlete is rest time. What better time to rest than the end of the series when you know that you're not going to have to play basketball on a competitive level for many, many months? It seems like a great time, if any, for you to take a little break, take
That's
a couple
a
days
22
off.
mentality.
No.
I'd rather stick with the Mamba mentality.
I also don't believe you. There's no way
Bro,
this is true.
please pull this book up, Josh.
Jamie.
I want you to read this.
Can Jamie find anything?
I don't know why it's hard for
Tim
you to
Grover,
believe that.
relentless.
I don't
that
know why.
people work hard.
The same
and
night.
Really
You think this is-
live, breathe, and sleep basketball?
Well,
Kobe
yeah, well,
did.
He's getting hung up on the one part about the same night.
Because it's so obviously not true.
Yes, it is.
I could believe someone did that like one time.
All right,
it's
Adam.
Kobe.
Adam, have you ever had a crazy three-way on camera filming Plug Talk and then jerked off
And
afterwards?
then go home and
No.
jerk off in the jack shot.
Why would I do
That's
that?
the 22 mentality. You need to
Exactly.
upgrade it to the Mamba mentality.
That's not
If
Mamba.
you really had it in you,
Never get soft. Keep it hard the whole time. Hey, feverishly keep it
After you
hard.
film 5 scenes, go home and film 5 more.
exactly.
Yeah,
Y'all niggas can't pull that shit up. Tim,
We want to
Grover,
know,
relentless.
yeah. Jesus Christ, dude.
Just look up.
I've had a lot of people telling me though that our
Kobe clips.
people who pull stuff up on the screen like are worse than like many other people who do this. So
So scroll down a little bit. That's kind of a description of it. The book is all about giving us insights on how cleaners think, walk,
right.
talk, and behave and act.
but you know what I want to see.
Yeah.
Where is
Google that. You got to get the book.
Did
You're going to buy the whole
have to
book.
read the whole book?
It's in the book.
You're going to buy the ebook right now.
Wait, AD, did you see that footage of Steph Curry that recently came out?
Oh, he was throwing it back and forth?
Bruh, 5 in a row.
Yes.
From behind the other baseline.
Yes.
You
I
feel
thought
me?
that was AI.
I mean,
It was.
Nah.
Was it?
Fake.
AI? It was fake?
It's the
That's
same
fake?
guys that do the Tom Brady videos.
That was,
Is this the same people that made the fake Billie Eilish titties we was looking at last week?
well, in the sense
Those
that
were-
it's part of the AI community.
You know what?
Lush is
Fuck
still
that.
holding on to that.
Fuck
Those
that.
was
I
crazy.
refuse to
Bro,
believe.
he had got me last
I
week.
refuse to believe that. I don't. And you know what?
Do you know how
I don't
dis-
even care if it's real or not.
Do you know how distraught I was when I...
Okay, you
She's
guys are
still, like,
insane for
she's-
thinking those were real.
Whatever.
I
She
thought-
still
I
got.
You
said,
didn't
let's
say they
got
were
me.
fake, nigga.
It don't matter. He wasn't there. They still.
Oh, he
she's-
wasn't there,
She
huh?
still has fire tits, regardless.
Wait.
Yeah, but they're not that big, and
They're
that
not like
photo
that.
is
She-
that photo to me is an obvious AI photo slash like obviously smoothed out and face tuned, and it's just like her boobs are not that.
Those
big.
are definitely...
thought they- but
She
those
would never
definitely
wear
some-
that. There's
some-
so many
yeah.
cues to me that make it so obvious that this was not real.
She's
Well,
still,
now
she's still
that
got some grade A tater tots. And
You
I'll
know,
tell you
the
what,
first thing I
wouldn't-
thought when I saw it is like, oh wow, that's a crazy AI image of Billie Eilish.
Regardless, like I never was tripping on Billie Eilish till I seen her tits. So it's like this whole narrative.
But do you
of-
remember when we started to see her tits? Is when people started to post like paparazzi photos of her like jogging from the apartment
Erewhon.
to the Uber or
sure,
whatever.
the Erewhon.
And it was like she felt super like disgusted by it because she had done so much to try to hide her
Try to
body,
hide it.
especially because most of her career up until that point she had been underage. Like they started posting those photos like pretty soon after she turned 18, and then she just got this like masterclass and like, oh, this is what it's going to be like to be a grown woman on the internet. And now the AI shit is like some whole new level.
I ain't gonna lie,
that's
that
fucking
AI
nuts.
did they thing.
I would marry that AI image for sure yesterday.
The crazy
nigga
thing
said
about it
very
is that
image.
AI was able to create an image of Billie Eilish that got more interaction online than any image of her that was not AI, which kind of
Think so?
Absolutely.
it did.
1,000%.
When have we ever talked about another Billie Eilish photo as
Yeah.
much as
No,
this
you're
one?
right,
Like,
you're right.
and especially since it's not like it was being promoted by any like big accounts. It was just like a random TikTok.
It was literally a random ass Twitter page that tweeted it.
I got tagged like 300 times.
Why are they tagging you in Billie Eilish photos?
Because he was like, he was riding her, like he was banging the Billie Eilish line before that.
I was one of the, you feel me? I'm like,
The pioneers.
yeah, we're early on the wave.
Were you one of the ones that as soon as Bad Baby turned 18,
Oh Lord,
you copped the
Flakko
OnlyFans?
copped to that. Flakko admitted that.
copped it.
Hey, but
Flacco's
isn't Billie Eilish dating like a 40-year-old man?
I think
I believe so.
Or like mid-30s or
Lush.
something. So
Got
I'm
action
saying
next.
it's not that out of the ordinary.
Not the ordinary.
I'm not even really like, it's so blown out of proportion. I just think she's got nice tits. It's really not.
So
that-
They were
hypothetically
fake.
speaking-
They're fake.
AI
Nah, we
tits.
believe the AI.
Yeah,
That's
I
a
believe
22
it.
mentality.
Hey, what
Mamba
day?
mentality?
Mama mentality, you believe everything you see.
What day is it on Sunday? What day is it?
Christmas.
And Santa Claus exists. So do Billie Eilish's fake titties.
On the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me a
Two-
pair of Billie Eilish titties.
2 AI titties.
That's why we need to have laws about cloning, because if Lush could, he would clone Billie Eilish, make her get a BBL and fake boobs, and then just keep her in the
If she
crib.
looked like that, I wouldn't be mad at him.
Bro, if you give any bitch a BBL and fake tits, she's kind of fire. Let's be honest, fool. Like,
Yeah.
The face
Listen,
I'm all about faces at the end of the day. The face card holds a lot of weight.
I want a bitch to talk like the Avatar people.
Flakko would have Malu
I'm sure you do.
Trevejo locked up in a fucking basement in North Dakota somewhere.
You used to talk about her so much when you first started.
Yeah, she was lit. She was even younger than like we be making fun of like, oh yeah, Billie Eilish was young, like blah blah. That girl was even younger when she got famous. She was young as fuck when she got famous.
Wait, who this?
This girl Malu or whatever.
I remember there was a time where like Yachty called people out for like sexualizing Billie Eilish, and I looked it up, and she was like 17 3/4, like it was like about to hit the 18.
Jesus.
I'm like, Yachty's getting in this like ability to call people out for this for like the last 2 months that you're able to do it.
But that's the same Yachty that had boys kissing on his album cover. Like,
Do you think that comes from the same instinct to protect Billie Eilish?
That's a woke
It's
Yachty.
AI. It's all AI.
I mean, I agree with it too, though, because Billie Eilish like never tried to put her body out there like that, and like I did.
They were
feel
AI
it was pretty
kissing on
distasteful when they fucking
they were
came
AI
after
guys.
him for it.
AI guys.
AI guys, yeah, but I mean,
He's
she
dick riding. He missed the whole conversation.
No, I
He's
heard
dick
you.
riding AD.
Listen. She definitely went out of her way to wear like 3X t-shirts.
You remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was rocking like giant blocky blue silhouette shit everywhere
Yeah.
she went, and then all of a sudden they had her on the TMZ.
I like that mug.
Boobs hanging out. Oh, you like it?
What's it say?
Are we not supposed to talk about
Your one
the
awesome
text that I
dad.
got this weekend regarding that?
What?
Regarding this?
A mug?
The thing, the people on the mug, Adam.
My family?
It's literally Adam and Parker.
You
Yeah.
got a text about my family this weekend?
Yeah. About an event coming up in the near future.
About what though?
Am I not,
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Wedding?
really? Yeah.
Well, just say it.
I didn't know if I
about
was
it?
supposed to not say it. Like, that was my first time opening the text. It was the invite.
Oh, you got an invite.
Yeah,
Oh.
finally.
You got that this weekend?
Well, I had got one before, but it was like another one like, hey, nigga, did you RSVP?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I have no idea. I figured you got it like months ago, like everybody else.
did.
Yeah.
I
That just
did.
means you didn't RSVP.
No, yeah, exactly. I didn't RSVP, so they resent it. I was trying to be discreet. I didn't know if I was supposed to like not talk about that or nothing. I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. We didn't invite that many people. It's like a very small thing in Italy. So I have a
Damn, I
How
feel
many people from No Jumper are coming?
I don't know, but I feel like there might be feelings out there.
Yeah, so keep it on the low now.
I caught a vibe.
It's too late now.
I caught a vibe
Yeah,
or two.
fuck. Well, damn.
I don't know.
But people don't realize though.
I'm booking my flight
going
next
to.
week.
I was about
like,
to say I should probably book my flight soon.
But here's
You're
the
not
thing:
going.
people don't
There's
realize
no way you're going.
going to a wedding entail like it's a huge
going.
commitment
got it on me.
It's a huge commitment to actually decide to go to a wedding and all that it entails, especially if you're like a groomsman and all that shit. Like you have to do a whole lot. It's kind of like it's
Yeah, who's
kinda
your best man?
easier
Is
to
it
not
Josh?
go.
Wow. There's a lot of decisions to be
we
made.
definitely got a rock, paper, scissors for best man.
I agree that is how that decision should be made.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
22 mentality. Let's go.
Yeah, but it is crazy. Like to be able to pick up all your shit and go to fucking Italy for a week. That's some real.
That's what I'm
privileged
saying.
Shit.
It's a big.
I did
it's a
like 10
big
days. That
commitment.
shit was great.
There's definitely some
Yeah,
people.
you already been. You already. We gotta do the AD thing where AD tells us where to go in Italy.
You are the biggest dick rider. It's like almost
How? He knows.
unimaginable.
Bro, I'm not even dick riding.
Josh is shaking his head.
You people need
How
to
is that dick
understand.
riding?
Listen, when we were in New York, AD would open the fucking Yelp app and type
I don't
it,
wanna
and
do it.
literally
Wait a
the
minute, wait a
first
minute.
restaurant that would come up, we
No,
would go to it,
no,
and
no.
Housephone would just relentlessly suck him off for the rest of the dinner.
First,
about,
no.
damn, AD, you really snapped on
Bro,
finding
wait,
this
wait.
spot.
Okay. Did I
Meanwhile,
find a great
I'm
spot?
paying for it, and I don't even get thanked.
Did I find the great spots?
You went to Yelp and you picked the first one. It was an
It was not the first one.
advertisement.
You're a
It's
liar.
on top because it's sponsored.
That's not true.
Yes, it is.
This is not true.
First of all,
Josh.
You should have never
was
revealed your
breakfast in
secret.
Boston?
To be
Josh
Okay,
knows.
Boston was bad. But that was a recommendation.
first of all,
I'm just saying, like
I
that
thank you.
instinct you have to suck off AD. It's like you got to find a way to control that a little bit. We're literally talking about going to
Housephone.
Italy, and he's like, "We got to do the AD thing of like going to some restaurants."
Be yourself, Housephone.
How is going to some restaurants the AD thing?
Be yourself.
That's the level to which you're sucking him off. Also, I love the way you tried to make this case to Rory and Mal, and Rory
Be yourself.
completely agreed with me.
So what?
Rory
Fuck him.
100% agreed
who
with me.
cares about what that nigga think?
I'm just saying, he knows.
Be yourself,
He knows.
Housephone.
The dick
No.
riding is out of control, and you guys
So I'm gonna
all,
listen
you
to
all
two,
just saw it.
I'm listening to two white people
Listen,
telling me
all
it's not
just
be
saw it.
Only reason why I
What did
said
I
And
that-
once again, he chooses to make once again he chooses to make it about race instead of acknowledging that he got
You
some good
said
advice from
Rory.
multiple different sources.
That wasn't multiple.
Oh,
The only
Rory's the
reason-
other
I was
white
me and
guy,
Rory, not
me.
multiple.
Okay.
There are also 2 white men. Telling
Again, he
you
makes it about
behave,
race.
nigga.
Yeah, but I
Brain
don't know
doesn't
why-
work because he just makes everything about race.
I don't know why you pointed at me though. That's like, especially
Oh, my bad, Les. I didn't point at you.
especially after what happened.
You're black no jumper.
Black no
on.
jumper.
Come on, bro.
Listen, the
Honorary.
only reason why I said
Honorary.
that, only reason why I said that.
One conversation, guys.
One conversation. Only reason why I said that is because I know that AD is the only person that I know on this couch that just recently went to Italy. That's the only reason why I
Do
made
you know
that
how
joke.
big Italy is? Do you assume that we're like down the street from where he was at?
Hater.
Bro, yeah, you just sound like you just mad.
I'm
bro.
just saying, that's like saying, like, oh, I'm in
we're
America. We should go to all the restaurants.
We're
you went
only
to.
going to the same city that you're getting married in.
It's the same city.
Are we?
Yes.
Oh, well, then it makes a little sense.
Bro.
I
And
still,
this nigga-
but
this nigga
you still
already-
haven't
no, no,
convinced
no,
me
no.
that you're not just blatantly sucking him off.
He also went to the fucking Go-Yard store already and was like, hey, I got the plug there, so when we go back, let me know. Like, nigga.
Typing in Go-Yard into Google Maps is like, anyone could do that.
No, but anybody can't just walk in and get the plug, though. Get the 50% off.
If he got it by
40% off.
walking in, you probably can. I mean,
Can the homie have anything?
No.
Can the homie get a break?
I would just say it would mean
Can I get a break?
It would. Can I get a break? It would mean a lot more when you compliment him if it were for things that made sense.
I wasn't even complimenting him. I was just saying this is a nigga that I know that's close to me that's been to Italy before. So if I'm gonna go
And did it the right way. And,
if
we're going to
and
the
I
same
watched the damn vlog.
city.
I watched the vlogs. It looked lit. It looked like he knew what the fuck he was doing.
Dick riding.
I'm not just making this shit up. Now, if I had no idea what he did, the fun shit he was doing, and I was just blatantly, just blindly dick riding, that'd be different.
22 mentality.
You know, Van
Look at the people
Lathan
having-
the other day offered to come through and dress up as a judge and do an episode of No Jumper Court.
Wow.
And I'm not going to say why, but
That's fire.
there was a specific instance between hosts on this podcast that he, in particular,
Hesh and Almighty.
No, but he wanted to
with that
state
being
his claim
said-
on it. But I would also like to have Van Lathan host Dick Riding Court, which I think would probably be something.
I
that would
think-
be
Is that
good.
like Dipset Pause Court?
Actually, no, I want Rory to be the judge.
Is that
I
like
already know
Pause
he's on my
Court?
side.
Remember
Yeah, I
Dipset
was about to
Pause
say, he's
Court?
just gonna dick ride you.
Remember when Jim Jones was telling us that?
Pause Court.
Pause Court.
Yeah, but I'm still pissed off that the camera on To Catch a Predator never came out.
We need an unbiased judge if we're gonna do a dick riding court.
Yeah, Rory.
It can't be
No,
you.
he's on your side.
We need a Supreme Court.
Supreme boxers.
No, just like a bunch of people.
Oh, wait, but Housephone, you brought something up though, and I'm really curious to get your take on it.
Oh, okay. Let's dive right into
Bro,
it.
so I mean, I've never met Hesh before.
That's my fucking boy. Shout out
The
to my nigga.
Lushtigator. I love it. He
The
does it every week now.
Lushtigator.
He seems super chill. Like I've
Chill
heard-
might not be the word.
Well,
Good
Wait,
God,
hold-
but chill.
hold on.
He's pretty chill. He's not
He
like
gave-
he's not an amped up
You
nigga.
do be
gave-
wilding out on Twitter, though.
He gave Housephone the little sapphire necklace thing.
Hell
You feel
yeah.
me?
Oh,
Like
God.
he seems like a nice guy. I've
my nigga.
heard you and Blasey and Yuri speak really highly of him.
Yeah.
You know,
Punched out Chuck.
yeah, he punched out a fucking subtly racist.
The racist man.
Yeah.
He punched the races out of him.
With that being said, like
Racism.
you know this guy a lot better than us. Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck is going on with him, and why is he like pressed by
I don't
Almighty?
think anything's going on with them. I think
Let's explain what he did. He went on Twitter and he said, like, oh, y'all think you dope because you got an almighty suspect interview on No Jumper or something
Yeah,
like that.
Something
not
along
y'all thinking you're dope because you got interviewed by Almighty Suspect.
And he said, that's
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah.
It's
that's what he
insane.
said. Yeah.
Basically calling
Yeah.
suspect a lame in so many words.
Yeah.
And so then suspect goes on here
I would
and
be
tweaks
offended
out.
by I would be offended by that.
Hell
too
yeah,
if
it's
I was
a
out
super
there.
For
diss.
sure, for sure,
Yeah.
for sure.
Especially when you've never had a negative interaction with this person before.
But,
No, that's a fact, but that's kind of like
suspect said that he's like a big frosty guy.
Oh.
Not the snowman. Well, yeah, the snowman. The snowman.
Snow Gerb.
Snow Gerb, right. But I don't know if that is a factor in it. But okay, you guys tell me what to
I
do.
didn't think about that.
You guys tell me what to do. So Hesh hit me last night and he goes, yo, put me in a group chat with Almighty.
Sam. He did the same thing to me.
And I hit up Almighty and I was like, do you want me to add you to a group chat for this conversation? And also, it wasn't like, oh, put me in a group chat so we could squash this. It was like, put me in a group chat so we can meet up
You
and
can
fight.
facilitate the fight.
Basically,
Why would you want to be involved in that?
well, I wasn't like going to facilitate it, but
He
it's
didn't
like,
ask to be.
if y'all want to be in a group chat together so that you can figure out how you're going to squash this, okay. But like,
That's not
I asked
why.
Almighty, and he was kind of just like, I ain't meeting up for nobody with for a fade. And
That's a fact.
and
I
then
felt that too.
I kind of forgot about it.
Honestly,
after.
Almighty,
But he said you could put me in a group chat with him if you want to, and then I was like, all right, fuck it, I don't care. I'm not. doing it.
Almighty called us straight for no reason. And he has every reason to feel like he should get the head up. And he said it yesterday. He said he's not actively looking for him or shit like that. They run into each other, beat the shit out of each other, keep it pushing.
But if you actually have an issue with someone and they want to meet up with you, isn't it kind of on you to meet up with them?
It depends if you got respect for that person, because it can go to a whole nother level. If I don't know you like that and you just running your mouth at me, why would I even meet up with you to begin in the first place?
I mean, really, like from where I'm standing, it's on Hesh because Hesh the one that's pressed about
Now,
it.
if it's Housephone, like, hey, Housephone's the homie, he's a neutral party just like you, and you feel like, oh, I respected that, I want to sit there and get down with you, you could sit there and facilitate that, but like for the most part, like.
But okay, this situation in particular though, it's different than like the me and Milk thing, where it's like I said, I'm not fighting you. I'm not like meeting up with you to fight you. I don't want to fight you. That's it. That's my perspective on it. This is different because they both say they want to fight each other.
Yeah.
So
But I'm
it's
like,
kinda
why do y'all niggas need us to be in the middle of it?
Well, I could understand how Hesh would need his phone number. I just didn't want to be the one putting him in a group chat
Me either.
because I'm
ignored both.
not going to show up and be
I'll do
there
it.
when you guys meet up. You're not allowed to do this at the No Jumper office. So if you guys do meet up, I don't want to be responsible for whatever the fuck happens because who knows what kind of crazy shit could happen. I don't want it on my hands.
They both text me. Almighty texted me first and was like, set it up with your homie or some shit like that. And then Hesh texted me too, put me in the group chat, blah, blah, blah.
I got to be honest. If I'm Housephone, I'm trying to squash this, and I'm at least trying to get to the bottom.
Yeah, but
I'm not Batcuh.
There's some stuff that you can squash, but when you blatantly go on Twitter and say stuff like, I catch it straight, and then Almighty said this wasn't the first time that he said something about him.
Right.
So I mean, I can understand where Almighty coming from. I only met Hesh one time. I don't know why he would say some shit.
But
like
to be
that.
fair, though, Hesh is that kind of person, 100%.
And if he stands on that, then that's him.
Yeah, most of us, if there was somebody like, if there was somebody on No Jumper that you didn't like, and say you weren't a host, you're like kind of removed from this, you're just at home watching it. But actually, this is different because Hesh is like friends with everybody.
You want the fade with Bassa.
Okay, if there was like a new Vlad host that you really hated, you're probably not going to hop on Twitter and just be like, man, this new host sucks ass, whatever, But like he'll do it. Like Hesh will call out anyone. He'll talk shit about whoever. Like if he feels something, he's gonna just say it, and he's not really worried about how it goes down from there. And he knows that like suspect's gonna see that. He knew how the suspect was gonna get mad. He knew
his Twitter's not private or nothing.
If Hesh goes to a No Jumper show,
he privated his Twitter.
Did private it.
Man, listen, we gotta stop all the bullshit. If niggas want to fight, niggas know where niggas is at. That's all I'm gonna say.
But
I'm just saying.
But you know what?
I'm just saying.
Why are you saying that though? That's not allowed. If you're gonna meet up, go meet up by the train tracks. You're not allowed to meet up here.
I didn't tell nobody to meet up and do nothing. I'm just saying if it's really.
I thought you were saying come here and fight.
No, I ain't say that. I'm just saying if it's really smoke, niggas
not.
But at what point do we draw the line? Like if one of my partners is like, hey, I need that with AD for no fucking reason.
he can get it.
Yeah, but
but you wouldn't.
Nah.
What you mean?
It's some random bozo you never met him a day in your life.
I'm not.
You got no reason to meet up with him, and he wants to meet up with you in a fucking parking lot and fight. You're taking time out of your Wednesday afternoon to go fight some guy, and maybe it's easy to imagine this if he's a little guy, but what if he looks like Tyrone? Then what are we doing?
Tyrone, that's
Fuck
wild.
Tyrone. I don't care.
Tyrone's from a movie, right? I don't know.
Wow.
Well, okay, look, and that what you're saying right now. Yes, I'm not going to go on my way.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm not about to punch down. You feel me?
If it's someone you know, if it's somebody you used to
I
fuck
know,
with or work with or whatever.
That's different.
I'm checking one of my homies if they're trying to press anyone here.
You supposed to.
Yeah.
I had a weird situation recently where somebody that I fucking interviewed a long time ago, he hit me up and he was mad about something that I said in some random fucking interview. And it was basically like, I felt like he was completely miscommunicating or misinterpreting what I said, and he like clearly really wanted to get on the phone with me and have this like big drawn out argument about this, and I was like, bro, I'm busy, I'm not doing it, like this is stupid, like you just listen to what I fucking said in the interview again, like you're taking this the wrong way. And he was so mad that I wouldn't get on the phone with him, and it was just like it was one of those days where I had like 4 interviews. I'm just like, I'm not doing this.
But 9 times out of 10, even when you want to get on the phone, you're going to squash it. That's what you're calling for.
That's what getting on the phone means.
Yeah, basically.
1,000%.
I also just feel like if I interview somebody, that doesn't mean I have to get on the phone with them whenever they want to get on the phone with me. Just because they like heard something I said in a podcast and took issue with it. Like I'm not signing up for that when I interview somebody.
And you're right. And I told Almighty the same shit. It's like, look, you're going to have to get to the point that a lot of people are going to start calling you out. You can't attack every single person.
But the thing is,
especially when you're like putting out this image of physical confrontation being a part of your repertoire.
And you can ignore people that you don't know, but as soon as you know them, it's like, you know, we can't expect Suspect to not respond to that. Like,
But
Suspect should be the bigger man and not respond to
But
Hesh.
Hesh is so brand adjacent, no jumper, that I feel like he had to say something to that because these motherfucking watchers would be like, "You're scared of Hesh."
But that's
They'll
the thing, though.
poke that
Also,
over there,
I
you
don't
feel me?
like for me personally, I don't have a brand that's dependent on my physical intimidation or fools wanting to like get down with me or not. So if someone tweeted me like that, I would just be like, "Oh, okay," like you know what I mean?
Okay, nigga.
Yeah, I wouldn't even really.
But if it was
respond.
somebody that you feel was like, you know, on the same level as you for sure gonna be like, "Nigga, get down."
I mean, if it come down to it, it really like if I'm a fight at this point in my life as a 75-year-old man, it has to be for.
It had to be really worth it.
Yeah, like, I'm not.
But
I'm
I
not
could read
I don't have to like
random-
slap your girl.
Yeah, I'm not
in
running
public.
random fades right now.
I could read 1,000 random negative comments in a row and not give a fuck, and then read one comment from some guy I met one time, and I'll just be so fucking mad.
No, but that's the thing.
Yeah,
Honestly-
even if me meeting him was like basically no different than him being a fan, you know, where I have like a fucking 5-minute interaction with them, it's like it still will just set you off in a different
But
way.
see, but then imagine he made you mad, and then you run into this nigga. You feel me?
Oh yeah,
Right, but
man, it's supposed to go down.
AD, don't you have how many lil homies want to take your fades hella bad
All the time,
for you?
but-
like my friends don't want me to get down with fools. They gonna
I wish I had friends like that.
Mine's don't either, but I'm one of them people. I don't want none of my little homies
Nah.
and people to even get in more trouble.
Me
I wonder
too.
how am I setting the right example for them if I'm telling them, hey, stop doing bullshit, but as soon as I get into an issue, I'm sending them to go
Calling
do
them.
missions.
You don't want to
and
be
shit
Young
like
Thug, yeah. But that happens to me all the time. Where like somebody will
freak
talk
thug.
shit about me, and then people will be hitting me up like, "I will beat their ass for you," and I'm like, "You really don't have to do that."
No, but
that's really not what I'm looking for.
But
here.
Adam, even like like the recent altercation or whatever with someone trying to get at you sideways, like
We're gonna talk about it.
yeah, like even in instances like that, it's my instinct to protect my friends, and
Right.
people that I fuck with. So when I saw that, like even though I'm like, damn, I don't necessarily really want that smoke. Like I don't, but I'ma still jump off the porch with it if I fuck with you like that.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, everybody wants to know how I feel about the Akademiks thing. So let's just iron out officially what we were talking about, just so that the evidence is all compiled here accurately. What I got sent, and you can tell me if there's more that I'm missing or whatever, is that, I don't know, Monday of last week, I think, that he was doing a live stream, talk about Tory and Meg, and at the end of it, he ends up going on a Flakko rant. Basically, before the interview with the Sinner and the Saint came out, I had watched it to do timestamps. And the part where Flakko talked to Sinner and the Saint about Akademiks, who, for people who don't know, this is like a manosphere guy who basically had beef with Akademiks.
Who
about
just took a shot at me, by the way.
Sinner and the Saint?
Yeah.
Did you diss him?
I think
That means yes.
Fight.
No, like I guess when we were talking about the manosphere, I kind of made a couple derogatory remarks along the lines of like it kind of has a lot of these dudes, and I didn't specify him because I don't really know who any of them are, too many of them specifically. But I was like,
Okay, you got to fight him for sure.
I was like, you guys have a lot of y'all have the vibe of people that never got pussy as teenagers.
But I sent the link to Ak.
I would take that as disrespect too.
yeah, but
Okay, let's stay focused. Let's stay focused. We're talking about the Sinner and the Saint. I sent the link to Ak just on some friend shit, like, oh, we're friends. I'm gonna send this to him as soon as it comes out so that he can kind of, see what I was talking about, because I felt like this dude was raging out on Ak, and Flakko, as like literally kind of like a student of Ak, should probably have like done a little bit more to defend him. And part of that also was that I didn't bother to send it to Destiny, or actually maybe I did send it to Destiny, but like Flakko did the same thing with Destiny, where he was kind of just letting this dude say whatever and didn't like try to fucking hold him accountable for anything, because during the whole argument that he had on stream with Destiny, it was like super fucking one-sided. Like Destiny just wiped the floor with him. And
The Saint Center guy?
yeah, and from watching the interview that Flakko did with him, you would think that the Saint and the Sinner dude like destroyed Destiny, whatever. But he did the same thing about Ak, where he was like basically just like declaring that Ak was this fat loser, whatever, and all this stuff. And Flakko didn't defend him as much as I would have expected, so I sent it to Ak. Now, Ak aired that out during that live stream and basically acknowledged that I had sent it to him. Now, that's kind of weird in the first place,
As a
right?
courtesy?
Because I sent it to him just on some informative shit, but he kind of like framed it almost like I was like setting
Throwing it
Flakko
in
up,
his
I think, a
face,
little bit.
like-
When I sent that to Ak, I didn't think I had to say like, oh, like don't mention publicly that I like told you to watch this, you know, but whatever.
But I don't even think that matters. At the end of the day, you're doing
Yeah.
it professional courtesy.
Yeah, I didn't think it was a big deal or whatever, and I don't think Flakko felt any way about it. But then then he just like casually throws in, like, your boss was begging me to fuck his girl. So it's like, I don't understand how I could possibly be getting a shot thrown at me in this conversation when it doesn't have anything to do with me. Flacco's the one who I told you was, you know, I felt like not holding you down enough. And so then for him to say that, which for the record, anyone who's seen this clip knows that that's not what's going on in that clip. That was like the third time I ever hung out with her. And he said, would you fuck her with me? And I was just like, sure, let's do it.
You were joking.
That was it.
fucking around.
There was nothing that could even come close to being like begging. And also, like, let's be real, I just didn't even know her like that at the time we had just met. So, you know, I try to have thick skin when it comes to my girl a little bit, just because, you know, being a porn star, you just kind of realize pretty quickly that like people say all kinds of things about you that they probably wouldn't say about other people. And you just kind of have to be tough about it. But I just like couldn't understand why the fuck he would say that and throw that in. Like, if me and you are going to be on good terms and we're going to, like, you know, I've been on
Clearly,
his,
he don't care about being on good terms.
right, but like we were prior to this, right? Like I've been on his podcast twice and, you know, done whatever other things and stuff. And it's like that first time I did the podcast, he said some shit, I forget, that like I wasn't feeling basically about the Lena thing or whatever.
The 3-hour podcast y'all did together?
They did 5. Because I remember that's when T-Rail was on there too, because I was in Tennessee.
During the 3-hour podcast.
Oh, no, so you're talking about the one, wait.
He was going off like on you super tough.
That was 5 hours.
Yeah, 5 hours.
And then you went home.
The
and
first
you
one,
went on
that's
his
when
stream after.
Redacted Girl and Housephone was there.
Okay, that one back in the day. But I'm talking about, okay, so this, if you want to go back in time, we had that whole blowout argument thing or whatever, and then me and him got on stream together with Selena. He muted Selena, and then we proceeded to basically like talk it out, and we ended that conversation basically on good terms, right?
And was he mad at you initially because you like gave Selena a position? Because that's like
A position
I
to
feel
talk
like
shit
a bunch
about
of
him,
it.
basically.
It kind of came from that, but it was also just like there were girls, and he felt like I was creating a narrative by saying that he was like anti-woman to Sarah Molina or some shit like that. There was basically like a bunch of shit that sort of built up, and then the Selena thing kind of put it over the top, where all of a sudden me and him are like going to war or whatever. We do that
and
for
you're platforming his ex-girlfriend essentially in his
Basically.
eyes. Yeah.
something like that.
It's not. It wasn't just the ex-girlfriend though. He just don't like Adam bringing people onto the platform to specifically talk shit about him. That's what.
But I don't think
that's what he thinks is happening. Though,
And
but
that's
it's
not in reality though.
No, it's
That's
not
not
at
why
all.
you
I don't
were
even
bringing-
remember if she said
If
anything
you know,
about him around that
if you know
time.
Adam don't give a fuck about none of this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, the way that I look at everything, like, you got to think about it. When I first came here, nigga, and Adam would tell you, Josh should tell you, the first time that he was wilding out and he was going crazy, I'm not even on the Tuesday show yet. I'm over there watching. I'm like, I'm mad as fuck. I'm like, man, fuck this nigga, right? I'm over there, nigga, fuck this nigga, bro. Woo, woo. I'm telling Adam, nigga, let's get Adam. Let's go crazy. Adam's like, like, I ain't even tripping like that. So I'm like, okay, I got that registered in my head. Then the situation happens again. And I'm mad again. And I'm like, nigga, Adam, man, fuck that. He can't talk like that. And then Adam was like, you know, and I learned a lot from Adam, like he said. You can't fight everybody. You can't do some shit like that. I get it. Everybody ain't the same way. You feel me?
But okay, so after we do that long ass Twitch conversation or whatever, then we're on good terms or whatever. And he had said a bunch of shit during all that pissed me off, but it's like, okay, we squashed it, so I'm just let that go, whatever. And then however many months after that, I ended up going on his podcast. And then when I was in New York one time, I went on his podcast again. And the first time that we did the podcast together, it was like there was a few different comments that I didn't like, whatever. And I ended up hitting him up privately and just being like, hey, bro, like, if we're gonna do content together, just, we could joke around about whatever, we could fuck around whatever, but like just the shit about my girl, like I don't appreciate it. Like for me to be cool with anybody, my girl is just like the first thing that's off the table is like, we're not joking around about her. You got to show her respect, whatever. And I get, we're porn stars, so it's like I do have a little bit more ability to like laugh at ourselves than the average person, I would think. But for me, that's just off the table. Is I don't fuck with anybody who's gonna have anything negative to say about my girl, especially given the fact that my girl never does anything that gives anybody reason to talk shit about her.
Facts.
She just completely stays out of all this shit.
Except for in prison at Ralphie.
Okay.
That's scandalous, but it's
Okay.
another conversation.
Really good joke. Anyway,
like
so then I had that conversation with him privately where I'm basically just like, yo, like, I don't appreciate that. And I forget exactly how I went, but it was like something like an apology. And I was like, well, it's kind of annoying that this is like behind the scenes that he's like telling me that he, you know, sorry for it or they won't do it again or whatever. But whatever, I'm just gonna brush it off and just be like, this occurred privately, but even though the disrespect occurred publicly, but I'm just gonna whatever. But then for me to see him like feel the need to say that again during the fucking Flakko thing, like, and then like people told me, I didn't see it, but like they told me that like the next day he's on and he was kind of like almost saying that he didn't mean it or he was apologetic or that he, you know, oh, I fuck with no jumper or whatever. But it's
he was
like
swerved.
What do you mean?
He was drunk the first night.
Yeah, but still, it's like, bro, I can't fuck with that. Like, you just like some things just are not on the table. And like, listen, if you have a criticism of anyone who works here and it's like a valid criticism, that's cool. But to tell this like exaggerated fucking weird version of something that happened on stream between you and her and I like 7 years ago before we were dating or whatever is just, I don't get it.
After I hear the shit 5 or 6 times, it's like,
Yeah.
at this point, it's like, all right, nigga, if Adam ain't ready to, nigga, let's go put the pitchfork up. Let's go kill this nigga. Not literally, but you know what I'm saying? Like, then I already know it. I talked to him. I talked to Adam. I was like, hey, how you feel about this? And bro, tell me. He was just like, you know, I don't fuck with it, but like, it is what it is.
I mean, because I'm not going to like respond to it by being like, oh, I'm going to go on this fucking hate campaign and just be like, fuck Akademiks and all this shit. I'm just going to be real about it. Like, it hurt my feelings and I don't understand. I just don't get how you could be like friends with somebody, have them on your podcast multiple times and then still feel like it's okay to do that. You know, and I thought about just hitting them up privately and just being like, bro, can we talk? And like, but I didn't want to like settle it off camera and just like have it just be this other like lingering thing that the fans are always asking about, because to me, it's just like such obvious respect. Like I could never imagine saying anything like, obviously we joke around about each other's girls or whatever, but especially when you're like engaged to somebody, it's just like, if you're going to be on good terms with somebody, why would you even think about doing that? So I'm not like going to respond with like anger and be like mad or whatever. I was just a little let down and just disappointed because I just didn't think he would do that at this point in our, you know, because we do talk like semi-regularly.
So Akademiks is for sure not invited to the wedding.
Well,
I don't
wasn't
think
really considering it, but yeah, I suppose that's fair, Lush.
I mean, how is Lena reacting to all this shit when it goes down?
So she didn't even know for like the first week, and then she hit me up like a day or two ago and was like, "Is that clip of?" Because she went on the Reddit just randomly, and she goes, "Is that clip of Akademiks old or new?" Because she's like, "It seems like it would have been something from like a couple of years ago," and I'm like, "No, that was from like 5-6 days ago." And she was just like, "That's so crazy.
Like he's still on
why?
that.
Like why would he even say that?" I'm like, "I don't know. I'm confused."
Yeah.
Like
See,
you are.
I seen that, and then recently they sent me another clip where, because the first thing I seen was AD, Sharp, T-Rail, they did, and then I hear, "I'll take down Sharp, T-Rail, AD," and I'm like, oh, now my Spidey tenses is singling and shit. But you know,
But he was basically like, I don't know, like that's another weird thing. Is it's like, why does he feel the need to kind of go at you guys as a group? And he'll like give you guys, like some of you, a little bit of flowers and be like, okay, him and him are okay, but the rest of them are trash. You know, so it's like he's kind of like causing a little bit of weird conflict where you have somebody like AD who will just go on the podcast and just be like, yes, I'm in the Cool Kids Club, and then everybody else is bummed. But I mean, it's just, why is that even a consideration? Because like when he's saying like, basically like, I'll take them out or I do more views than everybody combined or whatever, it's like, nobody was talking about that. Like, I've never been sitting here being like, damn, am I getting as many views as Akademiks? Like, me and Vlad don't have that conversation. Like, I don't have that conversation with anybody about, like, who's the biggest or who has the most viewers or whatever. It's like, that to me, I see the fans doing it, but I just don't really want to be, like, spending my life having those conversations. I didn't come this far in life and make this much fucking money to just be sitting around fucking...
He's doing great. We doing great. That's what it comes down to.
Everybody's doing fine. Then, like, why are we even comparing ourselves or whatever? Like, I get that could be fun in a fun sense, but the way he was saying it about, like, oh, fucking Sharp, AD, T-Row, whatever, it didn't really seem that
hey, but
fun.
still, hey, when he come to LA, I already told him, you feel me? He said he want to sit down with us. I'm gonna say that shit to my face. But that's, you know, that's the homie.
Didn't you just talk to him on the phone like a week ago?
Yeah, but still.
But that's
But you didn't like the way he talked about you after the fact?
I didn't see the first shit. Then I was like, all right, because he always giving niggas flowers, but it's like, I'll take a nigga down. Like, we don't give a fuck about this internet shit. We ain't no bitches.
But you know that the cringe part about it is that
at all.
The cringe part is that there's this dude Loon, right, who does podcasts, and he has some kind of deal with Revolt or something. And I just went on his podcast, so everybody check that out if you want. But he tried to, and I filmed it. I don't know, maybe like a month before. Like before now, or maybe even longer, maybe like 5-6 weeks ago, whatever. And he tried to press the Akademiks issue. He tried to be like, I feel like you don't like Akademiks, or he don't like you, and y'all are just not facing up to it, or whatever. I don't know what he watched that like made him think that, or like. But I basically sat there.
Perhaps him yelling at you on stream for 3 hours straight.
Right, probably something like that. But that was like a long time ago. So I kind of was just like, bro. That was a long time ago. Yeah, we had issues, but we got past it. I don't have any issue with him. I think, and I'm like defending him as being one of the top interviewers. Like if you actually watch it, it's like I'm being such a good friend to him and just like holding him down so hard against somebody who like is clearly trying to disrespect him. And then like that literally came out like 2 days ago. Mm-hmm. And then, meanwhile, all this shit is on the fucking Reddit of everybody being like, "Oh, is Adam going to respond to Akademiks? Housephone's about to burn the whole house down."
No, and
look, he dropped the cherry.
And that's how I felt though, because I'm like, okay, every time that I have a conversation with him, he's always saying, "Yeah, you doing your thing with community. I fuck with you. You should be getting paid this much." He says this, he says this thing. So I'm like, I appreciate that. You feel me? All that is cool, but when you say I'll end you and do all shit like that, I'm like, I'm not Adam. You feel me? Like, nigga, I'm not with the insults and you feel me? And
Adam is also not with that.
No, I know.
I'm an unwilling participant.
But I'm just saying, I will call Whack when that comes to LA. I will say, hey, bro, you the homie, so we're not gonna pack you out. You should catch the head up, and we can go back to doing what we do. That's how AD gets down. That's
he
how
said he was
gonna
fight Lil Baby.
Well, he can. I mean,
Yeah, that was crazy.
I mean, shit. It is what it is.
But he was. Okay,
If
go
you
ahead.
feel
I didn't think he was going to be fist fighting anyone, so when I realized that he was actually down to fight Lil Baby, I was kind of impressed.
I'm not with an insult and a compliment. So if you feel me, if it's gonna be like that, hey, hit up Whack. You feel me? Because I respect you. Yeah. We ain't gonna do no weirdo shit when you here. We can link up, box this shit out real quick. We can shake hands and go back to content. Keep it pushing. That's
him fighting Lil Baby's closer fight than him fighting AD, in my opinion.
For sure.
Yeah, Lil Baby's like normal height.
Yeah,
that's kind of what Akademiks was kind of saying. He was like, oh, he's fucking 150 pounds, 5'8". Beat his ass.
Did you watch the clip? Did they have an agreement that it wouldn't be filmed?
Well, I know that Lil Baby had.
That's a video that would break the internet
for sure.
Permanently.
Lil Baby hit him up.
Just the fact that they would have boxed to begin with would be amazing.
Yeah.
Well, Lil Baby hit him and was like, "Yo, let's get down. What's good with it?" And then he was like, "Yeah, like where are you at?" And then wanted to actually go see him. Then Lil Baby unsent his messages.
Wow. I'm not gonna lie though, that would be pretty tempting if somebody as famous as Lil Baby wanted to fight you and you actually thought you had a chance.
I feel like even if you knew you were gonna lose, you have to ride.
No,
I feel like it would be a setup, and he would show up to fight Lil Baby and just get packed.
It's kind of like getting a Lil Baby interview, but it's going to be way more viral than whatever happens in the interview.
But I respect if somebody will even get out there and fight, because niggas don't do that now.
Niggas do not be trying to fight.
But also, like,
and people already don't like take him for a nigga that would do that. So if he did even possibly square up with Lil Baby, it would, or with anybody,
you'd have to respect it.
He would get his points. He would get his brownie points.
Also, I feel like there's a degree of like when Ak was making those statements about you guys, it's almost, and I don't know if he was doing this on purpose, but it's almost like divide and conquer tactics.
That's exactly what he's on.
Well, you can't divide and conquer what's already real. You feel me? Like,
you can attempt to.
You can attempt, but you ain't a solid nigga if you fold.
And I'm not even saying that that's really what he was on, but it just had that energy behind it a little bit.
No, but I respect that when it's like, okay, nigga, we only been streaming a year doing our thing. So anybody that's in that upper echelon, they're saying, hey, I like what you got going on. You gonna look at that and be like this, all right, cool, I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing and fuck with that. But me personally, I'm just not with no insults.
It was a weird feeling.
No backhanded compliments.
No, I ain't with no backhanded compliments.
We were shooting Plugtalk on that Tuesday, right? And like normally the tests always come in on the same day, right? And one of the girls already had her test, but the other girl was waiting for the test to come in that day. And you guys don't know about this, but in the porn world, there was like a hold, because if sometimes there'll be like a little breakout of STDs where a bunch of people will get chlamydia at the same time or whatever, like where just like one person will infect a bunch of performers. And so then they'll do like a shutdown on the industry for like a week or 2 weeks or whatever, so that everybody can basically, like, if they have it, get tested, flush it out their system, and then everybody gets back to work. So like the testing place was super busy the day before Tuesday of last week, basically a week ago. So like the girl, ex-wife Karen, actually, Plugtalk coming soon. If anybody saw that Patreon, her test came in at like 4. So the 2 chicks that we had to fuck, like my schedule was like, I got to get in there at 1, fuck 2 chicks, and then be here at 6.
So hard being you.
Life is hard. But the tests were super late, so we didn't even start until 4. And then I was like, damn, like everybody's going to be calling me a pussy because I'm not going on the stream and talking about this shit. But then I'm also like, bro, like on a day where I do 2 Plugtalk episodes, I'm not going to say how much that's like worth to me, but it's an astonishing amount of money of basically what I make from like filming 2 episodes.
Pouring over podcast.
And I'm fucking 2 chicks.
Nuts.
5-finger nuts, for sure. But then also, it's like I'm fucking 2 hot chicks. So I'm feeling pretty good about
At
it.
the same time or separate scenes?
Separate scenes. But, and my girl too. So
I'd rather do that than come here any day.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you knew what the money was too, you'd especially rather do it. And then meanwhile, Duno had hit me up earlier in the day, and Duno was like, yo, can I go on the podcast? And I'm like, we're already booked up.
Sound like that.
So then as soon as it was like I wasn't going to be able to make it, I'm like, oh, Duno's already there. I'll just have Duno do it.
He's like, yeah, Adam like sees my potential.
That's what he said.
But think about it too, from a business perspective, it got like as many views, even though I think it got age restricted, as it would have got if I went on it too. Like maybe I get a little bit more if I'm on it, but it's not gonna be that big a difference. So it's like it literally doesn't matter at all to me business wise. In the long run, it matters. Like if I were to do that every fucking week, it would obviously matter. But
It got age restricted?
a bunch of random ones have got age restricted. It's very strange.
Probably talking about Billie Eilish tits.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean,
Don't look at me, fool. The fuck?
that could be part of it.
We definitely pulled titties up on the stream.
If you say AI titties too many times, then it gets you. Anyway, my final thing is like, if it was just a random person, I wouldn't give a fuck about some random person talking shit about me. But it's like, yeah, it was. I was bummed. Like I felt like we were friends, like beyond something like that. Obviously, I wouldn't be like.
When you gonna stand up to this nigga and say, fuck you, nigga, get out, cuz?
I don't communicate like that. I'm a grown man.
Yeah, hit that. What'd you say at the end of the show the last time?
What?
On Lantana Block.
On land, sand, and block.
That was a joke. But yeah, I don't know. I was just
Was
bummed
it?
about it. Like, what am I gonna say?
What if Lena's like, nigga, ain't no more plug talk until you go slap that nigga?
He taking the first flight to New Jersey.
Well, if he was down to fight Baby, then I guess he'd be down. to
Yeah,
fight me,
right.
But I don't.
You think you could take Akademiks?
I'm a grown man. I don't communicate by hitting people. And also, why the fuck we always talk about issues between people, and you guys just want to make it about a fight every time?
That's
We
how
have to get past this.
That's how a lot of people.
No, but
end
it's just like we got to get past that. We should be able to talk about like humans interacting with
Like-
each other without being like, well, what if they fought?
But you got to think about it like this.
Beginner podcasting.
He's past beginning disrespecting you at this point.
For sure.
He's at advanced level disrespecting.
sure.
So
But
might
you
have
already
to bring
know
it
that
to-
I don't go around fighting
I
people,
know.
so why even bring it there?
I know, man. We're
Step
trying
it
to
up.
convince you.
Step it up.
We're
Anyway,
trying to convince you to take it there. That's why.
speaking of
That's why I
stepping it
said
up,
I
It don't
think that
make no
fight
sense.
would turn out good for
That's
you.
why I said it don't make no sense for anybody else to get
Yeah.
as mad or upset.
Yeah.
Because if Adam says, "Hey, let's go to war."
well, I will
Different
admit, it
story.
was kind of a weird feeling to have you guys like talking about it on my behalf, not knowing what I felt like saying or what I was going to say. And I'm just like, holy shit, these guys just get trolled into talking about whatever the fuck the Reddit wants them to talk about every week. Show some fucking self-control and just, you don't have
has
to talk
good-
about everything.
There's no way.
It's like, if
No,
it's
no,
my
no, no,
issue,
no.
why are you guys
That-
talking about it 2 days in a row on
That-
here
that ain't got
when you
nothing-
haven't talked to me about it?
That ain't got nothing to do with the Reddit. That's like,
And I think I was
Bro,
the
it's
only-
cool to like put out your basic opinion, but you guys like turn the whole show into that. Like he should not have that much control over what you're doing on the show.
And I was the only person that talked to Adam about the situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at the same time, though, you don't think the people would have ate us up for not talking about it?
If it's my thing, it's like, but that's the thing is being worried about getting ate up by the people. Like we never used to be like that.
Yeah.
Every single episode of the No Jumper Show, up until the time period that the IG fan account started and the Reddit started,
Yeah.
we weren't really like
You're
that
right.
concerned with what the fans would say. I wish people could understand. Like, okay,
forgot about
when
that.
Hakeem stopped fucking with No Jumper. We never talked about it. We never fucking discussed it
Yeah.
on camera. The fans, it took them like months before they started to really even ask. And even then, it wasn't that big a deal. Now, I only bring him up to just say that like we used to like have shit go down like internally. And then we would kind of like just agree to not talk about it. It wasn't even an agreement. We just didn't talk about it.
Yeah.
And then somehow we seem incapable of doing that.
I'll
now.
give you
It's
that.
partially because of the Reddit, but it's also
and you know what? I don't know if should I apologize for.
Nigga, don't apologize. You just did what you thought that was right on behalf.
I don't blame you at all. Yeah.
Should I apologize for being loyal to people that have been good to me? You know what I mean? Like, it ain't got nothing to do with.
That was a good one.
It's way beyond like whatever gang mentality I have.
It's
or
just
this or
if
that.
you don't
It's
know how
literally-
I'm gonna react, then I think it's kind of weird to get out there and like start defending me when you don't know how I'm gonna react.
that's
Like,
why-
I want to be able to control the narrative of how I react to things, and it's kind of like if Jay-Z and Nas are beefing and Jay-Z drops a diss track and Jungle is the first one to respond to Jay-Z.
Fucking Memphis.
It's
Yeah.
it's kind of like
that would happen.
It's on Nas to like respond. You know,
I respect what Lush is talking about.
yeah.
That's like Tupac said.
I'm not mad at you for it. I just feel like
bitch.
in the future, I like to be able to control that narrative.
No, I
and
get you.
But in
I
the
like
same
being
sense-
able to not respond for as long as I want. Like, I just don't feel the need. Like, if somebody disses me, I don't have to respond the next day.
But it's like
and in the same sense, it's like if people are gonna get that mad and go vocally on camera, y'all should still be able to hit up Adam and be like, "Hey, how do you feel about it? Do you even want me to talk about it?" Because I went to him and I asked him immediately, like, "Hey, how you feel about it? Talk about it." You feel me? Like, I wanted to leave this shit alone until he was able to speak his piece.
now to be fair, and nothing that I said was further incensing the beef.
No, not at all.
You know what I mean? I wasn't like being
Right.
disrespectful.
It's probably one of us that brought it up, huh?
Like
Y'all should
I
fight.
fuck with. Like I fuck with
That's gonna be my
academics.
answer.
I've been a fan of academics since War in Chirac. So.
Right.
Yeah. See that's
Listen, academics is what he does. He's great at what he does.
nobody
but,
could do it, but
But ain't nobody pussy over here. You feel me? So it's like, listen, we all cool. We thank you for the compliments and shit like that. But when it comes to Lena should be off the table. Everybody's girls should be off the table when it comes down to that. You know what I'm saying? If we really doing it. But if Adam ain't sitting there saying, "Hey, I want to sit there and talk about it," like he said, he may want to ignore the shit. You feel me? And the pressure of the fans and the Reddit and everybody saying shit is like, it is fucked up that we can sit there and let everybody else on the outside push us to talk
Because
about
this
everything.
is a different type of situation because people know that me and him have a relationship, so it's just obviously something that I'm gonna have to respond to eventually. But I'll give you another example: is that a couple months ago, some fucking nerd ass YouTuber kid who I shall not name put out a diss song where he fucking said something about me. And I didn't even want to acknowledge it, but I immediately sent it to the group chat, and I was just like, "Yo, don't talk about this on the show." Just because it's like, I know that if we fucking talk about it, it's just going to be giving this dude a shitload of views and attention. And
Well,
stuff.
yeah, there's a
and I
difference.
just didn't feel like giving him that attention. So it's like, on one hand, yes, like if you don't want to talk about something on the show, you should just be able to say. And I'm sure if I had told you guys, "Hey, don't talk about the academics thing. I'm
that's
going
a
to talk about it next week," that would make sense
But
as well.
and there's
I
a
thought you
difference
was gonna do
between there's a difference between punching down and like punching within or above your weight class. You know what I mean? 1,000%. Obviously, we're not trying to give anybody any clout tokens, but at the same time, if it's someone has arguably the largest audience of any hip hop streamer in the world,
Right.
it kind of makes sense.
Man,
Like,
listen, y'all was jumping off the porch. You feel me?
period.
Before the general said, "Let's go to war." That's all it is.
And I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna do that every single fucking time. And at the end of the day, it's like people could be like, "Oh, dick ride this, dick ride that," like, or like, "Oh, you know what? Like, y'all, everyone in this room, everyone on this pod has." Y'all didn't have to fucking put me on. Y'all didn't have to push my line, and y'all decided to. And now this is what my life is. So obviously, I'm gonna feel a sense of loyalty and want to hold down the motherfuckers that have.
Yeah, but
when it comes to
position me.
basic shit like leaving people's girls out of it, you know,
Yeah.
like if anybody said anything about AD's girl and the whole beef or whatever,
That's what I'm saying.
That's the kind of obvious shit that it's
Because-
like
because-
leave Lexi out of it is an easy thing for me to say.
Yeah,
That,
and I-
that I know he's not going to be like, "Oh, I wanted to be the first one to say leave my girl out of it."
I'm just gonna say fight.
And I've met Lena, and she's cool as hell, and showed me
super.
dumbass love. And I met your daughter, and she like, you feel me, refers to me on a refrigerator magnet or some shit. So I ain't going.
exactly.
You feel me?
It's
Like,
deep.
No,
It's
the
deeper
shirt,
than potting.
When I wear
Yeah.
the shirt, she looks at the
Nah,
shirt.
but
and
Lush-
she's Lush.
yeah, you feel me?
But Lush,
That's pretty
like,
hard.
like after being here, I'm about to be here 3 years now. I know how most of these people here operate. You feel me? And I talk to Adam and I say, "Okay, how you feel about the situation?" I know that he's gonna try to, you know what I'm saying, push shit to the side as much as possible.
But we grew up different, AD. You
Yeah.
feel me? Like,
But there's
How you
plenty
think-
of
how you think I grew
situations.
up?
that's what I'm saying.
But that's why I said, like, the way that you're thinking is not wrong.
Yeah.
It's just not you know, how they're going to handle shit. And as a grown man, I'm not about to handle another grown man's problems the way that he's not going to handle it, because I'm going to keep crashing out and jumping and doing
and
this.
if anything, I hate being in that position because I don't want, like, Ack on my helmet talking down on me. That's the last thing I want. I don't need.
Let me tell you something.
I don't need to be acknowledged by him. Like
Batman
that.
is
What are you so
retired
scared of?
Because it bounced bad off of me.
What are you scared that he's going to uncover about you?
Bro, there's nothing to uncover about me.
It's all out there. That's the problem. Man.
Yeah, there's nothing to uncover.
It is,
That's
the thing about being an open book is like you're open to shit like that.
See, but when you're not corporate or when you ain't got there, we don't have homies that have nothing to lose.
Right.
You can say whatever you want about them. They're gonna come at you. It doesn't really matter at the end of the day. But I know.
Speaking of coming at you, this holiday season, it is upon us. MyBookie is in the giving spirit with 12 straight days of giveaways. From odds boosted to casino chips to straight up locks, MyBookie's 12 days of giveaways is a can't miss promotion. Starting December 21st and ending on January 1st, you can bring in the new year right with giveaways that help you fill your stocking with cash this season. Sign up at MyBookie, use promo code NOJUMPER, one word, on your first deposit to redeem a bonus of up to $200. Again, that's promo code NOJUMPER to claim a brand new deposit bonus designed for bettors looking to cash in and cash out quick. Experience sports in a whole new light and make this season a winning one. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie. I must say that the one thing I really like about MyBookie is that every time I read this ad, when it says bet anything, the I is missing from anything, and it has been like that almost every time I've ever read the word.
I've never noticed that.
But it's underlined in red too, because it's spell check.
Bit bookies.
Shout out Google Drive. But yeah, MyBookie.
We need somebody at the MyBookie office to handle that, because that's a little
Or
crazy.
Josh.
Yeah, Josh just add an I.
Josh is copying and pasting it. He's not typing it up himself every week.
Hey, there's no I in team or anything.
Josh is going to get an intern to type the I for him on that script
no I
every
in
week.
it.
No I in anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is.
It is I
You
anything.
don't get like the
But great. That's the 22 mentality.
22
Great.
22 mentality.
Yeah,
Be
listen.
very factual about spelling.
the 22 mentality is just ignore niggas talking about your wife.
Oh, man. How did I ignore it? I came in here and talked about
The
it.
22 mentality is not compliment your friends.
I feel like you want me to like say some crazy ass shit.
I don't.
It's like I don't really know what the crazy ass shit that I'm gonna say is. You want me to say like, oh, I want to fight you? Like,
No,
that's
I
not
mean, I
in
know
my
you're not-
character.
Let me tell you something. I didn't put my life on the line for this no jumper shit. Just when niggas will tell me, we ain't ask you to do this. That shit
What?
hit me. I'm just saying. I've been told that before.
About what?
Look,
Yeah.
Josh put his head down. that's
I look over Josh's
Josh
like,
like this.
Because nobody knows what you're talking about.
Well, I guess not.
oh my God, man.
ADs invented tales of valor,
These are the tales. the
fake
freaky
Batman tales, freaky tales,
Dick riding.
dick riding.
Speaking of dick riding, man, we got the alleged shooter in the YSL case. His baby mama dick riding.
No, I thought that was his mom.
That's his baby mama.
That was a baby mama.
really?
That's his baby mama on the phone. Like, nigga, fuck all this nonsense.
Come home.
Come your ass home, nigga. You got kids to take care of.
I was just saying this on the news, but like, I mean, no matter how serious you took your gang at one point, that moment where you have your baby mama telling you like, come home to your kid. Like, you need to come home
Like,
to
what
your
are you
kid.
doing?
Imagine sitting there and just being like, nah, baby, it's slats for life. YSL, baby, I can't do it. Nah.
Baby. I'm
Listen, if you sign up for this shit
That's
and you
what I'm
put
saying.
yourself in a position to be like that, you can't fold or feel bad or
I just hope-
don't think about your kids. Should have thought about your kids and shit like that
Hey, guess
before
what?
you even put
Yeah.
yourself in that position.
your kids might be in danger as a result of you actually running your mouth in that scenario.
No, for sure, I agree that
Yeah,
not
that
becoming
part.
a gang member is the best plan that you should probably initiate in the first place.
But if you do find your
But if you do become a gang member, I don't know, man. In that moment when your girl's just like, nah, come on, we'll like move to Arizona and we'll just hang out with our kids.
But they're saying this on a recorded fucking phone call.
Yeah, they probably didn't expect that.
Yeah. What? Didn't even expect this to be released? It was on the jail phone.
I mean,
How
you
the fuck does that get leaked immediately?
you dumb as hell for
Even
saying
having that
anything
combo,
on
yeah.
those phones.
But if you're in their situation, you have no other way to communicate, right? Like how?
Hey,
yeah, she can't come
Nah,
pull up and
you
visit.
You shoot kites. You communicate cryptically. And
How the fuck you gonna
covertly.
kite to your baby mama? She not in
What do you
jail?
mean? You can for sure shoot a kite to your baby.
So
mama.
what? She comes in to visit you and then you give her a piece
I don't
of
think
paper?
niggas got no visitation.
Aren't they
right
going to
yet.
investigate that shit? You're supposed to learn hieroglyphics and fucking create like a code that they're not going to be able to read. I don't know.
Did you see the one
that's
when he takes the
literally
guy,
Not-
Amaretta?
bro, they were trying to put X under the jail. They were trying to give him like 80 years for witness intimidation because they had the phone calls of him talking to the girl that he allegedly beat up and basically telling her like
not to say nothing.
don't
Nigga,
say nothing.
when you call the jail, they tell you that it's being
It's
recorded.
being recorded before you get on.
but don't you always feel like, nah, like really?
Well, that's how you end up on a fucking Akademiks post on YouTube.
No, you don't feel that way. You for sure have to operate under the assumption that
And-
everything's being recorded.
And they'll send you, if they tap your phone, they will send you a letter in the mail like 6 months later anyway.
yeah.
And you know that they've been listening to every conversation you have.
Even in jail? No.
No, I'm talking about in general. Like when you on them phones and you're wrapped up and shit. So even if his baby mama was calling and they was tapping her phone, they will be listening to that shit and they'll send her a paper 6 months later, like, oh, we was listening to your shit the whole time.
Now, but fools literally do like have entire other languages and let it like for.
How are you going to teach your baby mama the other language?
the slat language.
There's-
You're going to have to
slang
write her a
language.
coded letter to explain the code that you want her to use after this. Really, you got to go through this before you get locked up.
Nah, you
Yeah, you and your baby mama
someone
gotta have a
else-
secret language already.
Someone else that you're in communication with is gonna go let her know what time it is.
This all seems
it's pretty
too
simple,
extra.
bro.
What?
It's very
Pretty
easy.
simple.
I don't know.
What? What's the simple part?
This doesn't sound simple at all.
Yeah, it doesn't sound
Y'all
simple
niggas
at
are-
all. You're not exactly painting the picture for me of how this would be easy.
Y'all niggas is tripping.
How are you going to
Y'all
explain
niggas
the
are
code?
institutionalized.
I am
Y'all niggas
institutionalized.
Y'all niggas are tripping.
You haven't been
Talking-
locked up, right?
I for sure have been locked up. I've never done prison time, but I've been locked up for sure.
How did you communicate with your baby mama about how you were going to squeal on Young Thug?
Never got to that point, although I have.
Snitch on disaster.
I for sure have gotten wheelers before. Like
What's that?
Like
Is that like a wobbler?
it's exactly like a wobbler.
Look, like my boy Lush shit, done everything in the drug game except snitch.
Come on, bro, let him know.
Come on.
Oh, I just remembered the wobbler thing. That was about you.
Oh
No,
yeah.
You a wobble?
Are you guys on good terms? You and T-Rail?
You watched the
know what's in that
Ace
clip?
Boy Pun stream?
It's so funny.
Ladies' night.
What's a wobbler?
A wobbler is like a.
Shout out to
Burger
Ace Girl
King is
Cheeks,
the
by
home of the
way.
Whopper.
Shout out to Ace Girl
It's
Cheeks.
so
Shout out to
funny.
Cheeks.
I don't know what happened, but ever since then, me and T-Rail been really, really good. And I don't know
But what was the the
Because
issue
T-Rail
in the
was
beginning?
basically saying that he didn't think that Lush could fight anybody.
No,
He was just fucking with Lush.
Wasn't that it?
yeah, no, that's not. To be honest with you, it's just T-Rail's sense of humor of being like very pro.
I said,
Just
he
pushing
got-
your button.
I said he got Lush. Lush said, well, that just lets me know how your loyalty is. I said he got him.
I thought he was
Yeah,
saying
yeah.
that if you fought, you
He
would be
gets
kind
me
of
like
wobbly.
that.
no.
No,
What
he's
he
saying you're like on the fence ass nigga.
He was like, you don't think that I would fade?
No.
He's like, it's a wobbler. Like, I don't
yeah.
know.
No, at the end of the day,
you
though,
thought he literally
Like-
meant the wobble.
I don't know.
I've allowed T-Rail to troll me so many times at this point.
Would you say you were butthurt in that stream?
You was.
I was in my. I thought it was kind of lame because I'm like talking to females and shit. You feel me? And then like
Oh,
Yeah.
T-Rail's that friend.
like
You
that's
better only
really
have been talking to one female.
Housebone!
T-Rail's that friend.
No. There was three there. My bad. My
No,
bad.
but I will say this. You got mad, but you redeemed yourself because my homie Game was immaculate
Bro.
on the show.
Come on,
I'm
act
not
like
gonna
I
girls.
got
You.
What? He
Boy.
was spitting
Listen,
10
if
for
you can
10.
talk and you're funny,
Any girl.
with girls, that's gonna get you far. Like I would guess that Lush would be able to overcome looking like Lord Varys because
yeah, I was
of
about to
his
say, don't let the
sense of
Reddit
humor
tell
and
it.
personality.
This nigga was spitting. I'm sitting
Nah,
there
for
watching.
real.
I'm like, what are you gonna say now?
You was
then she
smooth.
would get mad, and then he would say something smooth. I said, oh,
You should become a red pill guy, like a
Bro,
counselor.
if anybody should teach a damn course, my boy Lush.
Look, like it's not like I was.
Flakko should be your
now
first
we got a
student.
beard.
dick riding.
I've
And at
gotten-
22,
here we go.
22,
The 22 mentality.
I've gotten a decent amount or significant amount of pussy in my life, and it's not because of my looks.
Well, that was what you were doing, Beth, right?
Was it the
Oh, he continued on into sobriety.
No, I've been getting.
Okay, but did you get
I've been-
more ass when you were on drugs?
I feel like I got more ass after taking Xanax because I would fall asleep a lot.
It's
on
not. It's
Xanax.
not about getting more ass. It's my standards were a
Quality.
lot lower in those moments.
Your
so I'm just
quality.
like there's a mission. Once certain substances would get in my body, it's like it's coming out. One way or the other,
You just
it's
like-
finna come out, and she
I
gonna.
thought that was hard, like on like.
bring me
meth or
the AI, bitch. Now.
But when I was reading about the Tory and Meg shit and reading about how much they were drinking because that hairstylist guy made it sound like they had like 7 bottles of liquor and there was like 7 people and that they all damn near drank like a bottle of liquor to themselves.
Which is crazy.
That's normal.
I was just
That's not normal.
OG suicide.
I was
That's
just
normal
thinking,
in y'all like fucking Hollywood like party bus life.
yeah, but
See
like,
how much I didn't drink.
the fact that these people are that famous and they're getting that fucked up with firearms on them is
Yeah.
just kind of incredible to me. But when I think about that world where like my social life used to be being in the valley, being at clubs, taking Ubers to different parties, and there's just tons of fucking drugs going on, and you're meeting girls, and it's like, bro, in that environment, it is so unbelievably easy to meet chicks because you have the most important thing in common, which is what substance you're consuming.
Nigga, we used to knock down like 2 bottles at the end of the day.
You think
So
that,
at first-
you think going on vacation is a good way to get to know somebody? Try doing meth with them.
I mean,
Oh yeah.
No, also bro, when we went to fucking
gonna accelerate the process a bit.
when we went to Rolling Loud, nigga, how many of us you think it was? It was probably like 10 of us. Nigga, there was like 15 bottles of Don Julio.
and we drank it all.
How?
If you're drinking that much,
That makes it.
I mean,
No, yeah, but like you just said, like adding firearms to it, being out. If at least you're gonna be that. If you're gonna
I
be
mean,
that drunk.
firearms finna be there.
Yeah, but look, if you're gonna be that drunk and be that fucked up, be
Regardless.
in the mansion locked away somewhere, not in fucking public.
it just makes me wonder, like, damn, if I got that drunk with guns around, would I be like inclined to go grab it and start playing with it? Because I feel like the entire time that I've been a gun owner, I've had this huge amount of respect for the gun. I mean, I say
As you
as I
should.
carry it around in a dirty ass
you
bag.
ever looked in the mirror and just like, bang?
No.
Yeah,
Bang, bang.
You ever take it and kind of like just point it at the fucking mirror and like take some pictures
Sideways?
like
I hope
that?
not.
Sideways, like it's 1992.
I hope
I
not.
used to do that when I was little.
You ever shoot a gun like that? You ever? I'm sure you've never shot a gun or anything, but you know. I miss when they called them gats.
Get your gat.
Go pulling out
the gat,
gats
get
for
the gat,
fun.
get the
Whenever I
gat.
listen to old school music, I'm like, that dates this more than like the beat. Just
Because
calling it a gat. I haven't heard that in so long.
They would
I
say
feel like West Side
gat.
Gun
They're
said
like,
that.
break yourself, fool.
Gat rhymes with a million things.
Well, they would say gat and strap as opposed to now they're like people are way more specific. Like you feel me? Like
Yeah.
the Derringer, the 45.
Okay. Blammy.
Smith and Wesson.
Yeah, the AR with
I got the
extendos.
XD.
Yeah, like they're like people are way more intricate with their
I
descriptions.
got the Glock with the flashlight and the suppressor.
right.
Yo,
And
there,
the shell catcher.
there was like a little mini wave in rap where it was like you're just naming hella gun modifications, and I was just like, damn, they're really just getting gun catalogs and looking through it for all these
And
different
all that
things.
shit's illegal out here.
I got the kill.
Oh
tech
yeah,
with the
that
switch.
that's 10 years.
Yeah.
Especially you get like a laser
Yeah.
Oh, don't tell me
well,
that.
the extent if you get a
or the
30
beam. Ooh,
Don't
if
say
you
that.
get a
clip,
if you get a
ooh.
30 stick or a Cinnabon,
I
you
would
feel
throw-
me? Like
I'd
The
throw-
Cinnabon, the thing that goes on the bottom.
yeah,
You're out of here.
that's all bad.
Oh, and don't take the cereal off either. You're done too.
A certain member of the staff got caught with a shell catcher on their shit.
What?
They did one day. they got
Yeah,
like,
y'all making it seem like you.
they got like 6 months or some shit, and then they served one day.
Yeah, they said.
That's
yeah.
when I knew LA
I
was
know
not
some-
serious about stopping crime.
I know some information above 22.
Oh, you think that?
the No Jumper Rico. That's where it started.
I'm not in that.
Yes, you are. If anybody's in it, you're in it.
No, but it's funny, like what you were.
Twisty P.
Oh my god.
What the fuck happened to that guy? man?
Oh,
No, it's crazy though. Like what y'all were saying, like about T-Rail earlier. Like ever since then, it's been super chill. This fool said to me earlier, he was like, "I really like your beard."
Yeah,
We've all told you that.
Yeah, it's kind of
we
weird.
all love the beard.
yeah, I like the beard.
Because,
We
okay,
rocking with it.
Not dick riding.
I just got my haircut and they shaved the beard, and I had like a decent amount of beard going, and I've lost a bunch of weight, but as soon as they shaved the beard, I was like, oh, you still look fat.
Body dysmorphia.
Yeah, for sure. But like,
Oh, I thought you were gonna be like, oh, I look good, like my face.
the beard, unless you are really, really skinny, the beard is the number one thing that is going to make the average guy's facial structure look better because it totally hides the fact that as you
Ooh, I
get
don't
older
understand this.
and as you get chubbier, the definition between your chin and your neck becomes a lot less significant. So as soon as you have a beard, it just hides that.
My shit
got
grows
that going
fast. I don't know about you. Like my shit's
Nigga,
like,
I shave twice a week and I get my hair cut every week.
twice a week. I'm shaving every day, fool.
What, your beard?
That's crazy.
Like the it'll,
the-
Well, I
like
straight
to line it up.
Yeah, your
I
shit is
straight
mad
razor.
fousey tubed out. It's fucking hella
you
intricate
feel
and
me?
precise.
Like, yeah.
I use a straight razor
Okay.
Do you?
I should do
twice a
that.
week.
You don't feel like that kind of like fucks your skin up over time?
Yeah, it does. You can't even see my tattoos under my chin anymore.
He scraped him off.
Like scraping it off.
But
every time.
I grew the beard out though. Honestly, like at a certain point, I feel like
Trying to look like an author.
people are saying, "What's that fool?"
A different career arc.
No, yeah,
That's
I'm
crazy.
Tom Clancy. No, like I felt like
Lush Clancy.
a lot of that's fire. A lot of people were saying it makes me look younger, which is kind of weird. But I
Yeah,
don't know, like
it really
so.
depends. Yeah.
And also I
Maybe
feel
like
like
6 months.
it kind of kills the 2 days younger, but it kind of kills it makes the penguin groove
Uncle Fester.
faster narrative a little bit harder to sell.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
You
There's
look-
way different people we could compare you to. now.
Absolutely.
Like
Uncle
you look-
Fester had no beard.
Now you like a James Bond villain.
Like now you look like an A&R for like Shady Records or something.
Yes, you nailed it. That's pretty good.
Did I tell y'all about the chick that said that she like always had a big crush on Uncle Fester? So she hit me up and
Fictional
I
character.
hope you fucked
You
it.
should have been the Adams
No,
family.
Which version? The one from the
fucker?
50s or the one from the fucking movie from the 90s? Or there's a new one, right?
they're all
Wednesday-
essentially
Oh, yeah.
they're all in the same genre.
But different actors, though.
They need,
Yeah,
they
but
need Lush in the
they're-
2023 remake.
No, it's,
Bro, that would be hard.
I would
Bro,
do that for
The
sure.
Office remake.
or-
No Jumper Office.
Or what if they did the new Batman?
Penguin,
He's in there.
Oswald
that'd
Cobblepot.
be
We already did this
fire.
conversation. He was Bane. I was the Riddler or Joker or something. Anyway, what are you saying?
No, well,
That's a Lush right there.
Yo, look at the
Wait a minute.
evolution.
Not the evolution.
Look at the first one.
Yo. But the one on the right.
the second one is
I
crazy.
feel like they're
too.
not in the
I
right
like
order.
battle rap.
Oh, these are the top 5 portrayals. They're not like in order.
you know it's
The Christopher Lloyd one.
it's super weird. Like the day that my soft white underbelly episode dropped, I wanted like a lot of bitches were hitting me up, and I was like, "Oh, y'all are sick as hell. Like y'all got issues." And I got an inbox from this one chick. She's super bad, fool. Like she was like Jamaican and shit. Chick from Compton. Yeah, super bad, right? And she was like, I was like, I need to FaceTime with you because it's like you seem like a catfish.
You got to make sure you. this is
Yeah,
real.
no, but she was legit. And she's super bad. And she's like, yeah, you know, haven't been with a dude in hella long. I've been in like a lot of lesbian relationships. And I was like, oh, okay, I get it.
I'm perfect
I
for you.
kind of look like a butch lesbian. You feel me? Like,
I'm not going to give you that.
This
Especially not
works.
with the beard.
no, this is pre-beard.
Oh, pre-beard, okay,
Yeah. And
You did have a smooth face.
No, but then she was
Smooth
like,
back.
yeah, you got a smooth back. And then she was like,
Hip hop historian, he got that one.
yeah, come on. I'm a smooth dude. But then she was like, I was like, how'd you like find me? And she was like, oh, I seen you on a podcast. Instantly, I'm thinking you're talking about soft white. I'm like, oh, you a weird ass bitch. And then she's like, no, I saw you on this podcast. And she sent me a link to Back on Fig, the episode I was on. She's like, my friend was watching this and showed it to me. And I
You
was
better
like,
thank T-Rail.
A podcast that is favored by Jamaican women from Compton.
apparently. And then I was like, what made you reach out to me though? She's like, well, I thought you were cute. And she's like, honestly? And I was like, yeah. She's like, I've always had a crush on Uncle Fester, and you look like him.
Oh my God.
Should have put a suit on.
Should have blocked her.
I'm fucking that bitch dressed like the
Yes.
cousin It. I don't give a
Fucking that
fuck.
bitch.
you should bring the hand, too.
She's that booty hole pink. Not her. You're not a bitch,
Yeah.
lady. You're great. I'm
Yeah,
sure.
she's for sure watching.
I don't want to call her a bitch.
Yeah,
She's
shout
watching
out
this
to
one for
her.
sure.
Oh yeah.
Calling
She
a
for
random
sure
woman a
is
bitch
tapped
is
in.
weird. Well, you hung out with her?
Nah, I haven't yet actually.
Can I tell
Compton
you
is not
guys?
that far.
Can I tell you guys about some new supplements that I'm on?
Kratom.
So,
Blue Chew?
did I tell you guys about this last week? It's a fucking.
Jankum?
It's a supplement.
packs?
You know, yeah, Jankum. Oh man, we got to get some of that in the office. Wow, are you down?
No.
No Jankum?
Nope. Meth.
Okay,
Go ahead.
I think Jankum's worse than meth. Anyway, the first thing that I'm now on is basically like a supplement that I got from the YouTuber More Plates, More Dates, and it's supposed to make your jizz more plentiful, perhaps more frothy, more dense.
So
So I'm taking like 9 pills a day to improve my
To make
load.
your nut bigger?
well,
Listen,
yeah.
I think it's
Are you
crazy
doing this
too.
for the art of plug talk, or you just want your nut just to be bigger in your regular life?
I'm down. I'm doing it right now because I'm just down to be a
guinea pig.
Yeah, a guinea pig. Because basically, when I was on the podcast with Rico Strong, I think it was, I was talking about how there should be a supplement that you take and it makes your nut of better quality, or makes you like have better sexual stamina. And so now I'm taking this because apparently it already exists. And there's some podcast called PKA that like 1 million people inboxed me and told me that they invented this idea on their podcast. So I mean, shout out to them.
Does it work?
I'm still kind of new to it. I mean, I was staring down the barrel of my unit today when I was jerking off in the shower, trying to notice if there was anything distinct
Do you
about
do
the
like
nut.
one hand against the wall, just like?
No,
Like, what's your form? Let me see your shower form.
I sit down on this like
sit
bench.
down? You have a
there's a bench in the
Because you got a big ass shower, huh?
yeah. I lock the door though so that I can't.
You lock the door to the bathroom?
Sometimes I lock the door and the other door because it's like the bathroom for our bedroom. So I lock the bedroom door and my bed because nothing will kill the mood when you're jerking off in the shower more than your kid banging on the door.
Anna, what are you doing? I'm reading my Bookie ad. Leave me alone.
Parker, I'll be back.
If I lock the other door, then there's no way for her to even. I won't even know if she's banging on it. So that's.
So you're essentially trying to add some commas to your money shots at this point. Like,
I mean, if there is a supplement out there that's going to make me be able to do better in that regard, then I should probably take it, right?
But I'm saying, but you're doing it for the plug talk.
To be honest, I would
Yes.
probably take it if I wasn't doing porn as well, just because I'm fascinated with
You
my
think
jizz.
if you weren't getting paid to like film porn, you would still be like have this sick obsession with like.
Of course, I was doing that my whole fucking
something.
life before fucking porn.
He was made for this game.
you know what the fucked
What
up
were
thing
we doing
though?
when we used to hang out?
Yeah.
Trying to fuck random fucking girls.
Yo, but-
And if you could have a threesome with one of them, then you really hit the lotto.
Is it like when you're taking testosterone or steroids, and then when you stop taking it, you have like no luster anymore?
It has the
Like,
ingredients listed on it and everything, so I'm pretty sure the ingredients are fairly tame. It says that it like promotes, blood flow. Like there's a bunch of like kind of obvious things that you would think, it would be able to help you with, like just your overall blood flow and stuff. Like that's gonna probably make
Probably
it
be good,
so you can
yeah.
get a boner easier or whatever. I would think, but
well, it's like the more you nut in a day, the more clearer it becomes. You ever notice that?
yeah, and
Like,
sometimes I'll be blowing my third or fourth nut of the day when I'm doing Plugtalk, and I'll still be just amazed. Like, how do I still have this much?
3
in
or
me?
4 nuts is torture.
That's
No,
not-
it's great.
Oh no,
Just get it all out of the way.
I'm cool.
I hate code switching.
I'll take a good toot nut today.
So for
Two
me
is perfect.
to be able to spend a whole day fucking and then not have to think about that part of my brain the next day is just the best thing.
I thought you had like a set schedule all fucking week where you're like, all right, I gotta fuck Amber on Tuesday, 3 p.m. and then Thursday.
That'd be cool too. I told my girl, I'm like, yo, I'm down to do a week where we shoot with like 15 girls.
I got an idea for you.
Horny fuck.
reverse gangbang.
What?
Jack Shack House.
Got an idea.
But think about how bad economically a gangbang is, because you have to assemble so
Yeah.
many fucking people for one piece of content,
Now listen, you ever seen artists that get the Spotify rap at the end of the year? You know when they got all their stats for the year?
I like where you're going with this.
Yeah, you do it the porn way.
Yeah.
You have like
Nuts busted.
340 nuts busted,
Like,
I could figure it out. I could figure out how many times I busted it on camera.
50 performed with 50 models. You get all this
Yeah.
on this sheet.
No, but I was
and then
thinking
you post it on Instagram.
we could post
Plugtalk.
which
how many
girls
hours?
had
How
the
many-
most
come
views
on.
on their episodes
do that.
because
Come
that
on.
information is all invisible to the users on
Plug
OnlyFans.
Talk Wrapped.
It would probably hurt some feelings or reveal some weird.
Can you
stuff.
reveal
that would
who's the most viewed?
I have no idea. I
But
should ask my girl. That's a
that
great
would
idea.
give people, you know what I'm saying, the incentive to fucking go harder. Like, I got to beat him this year because
I gotta
got
really
this shit.
suck the fuck out of Adam the
Dude,
next time I go
But
on.
I'm really convinced that when I haven't
Pause.
Okay, you know how you'll take a shit in the morning. Let's say your day, you wake up at 9 a.m., you take a shit, you take a shower, go about your day, right? And then at some point, a girl starts eating your ass. And it's like, you're kind
Not
of
normal.
Right, but you're assuming that your ass is clean, right? Because you took a shit and then you took a shower. And even if it's like 6 hours, 7 hours later, you assume your ass is clean, right?
Not
Yeah,
6
but-
7 hours later.
We
You're
know
gonna have
you.
to hit it with a little whoopty whoop.
But do you assume? Do you assume that if a girl were to eat your ass, that she would taste something disgusting 7 hours after you take a shower?
7
Yeah.
hours.
It
It
yes.
might be boo boo.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's gonna be
especially-
some sweat buildup for sure.
Especially
For
me,
sure.
like
Swamp
doing
ass.
podcasts and stuff.
Yeah,
just
you're sitting in
there.
a leather chair with the same Fashion Nova jeans on.
Even if
for
I'm
2
not
months.
sweating, you're still like a little.
Yeah, but
angry.
you know what? Bitches that are down to like lick your ass, like they're not really
Yeah.
tripping regardless.
Yeah, but I keep having this thing when we're doing porn where a girl will start licking my ass and then she'll kind of start licking the area like next to my ass, which I kind of take
What?
to mean that she like doesn't like
And
what
then
she
she passes
found.
out.
Disrespect.
Oh.
My own girl has done this to me as well.
But I've
But
learned
then she stayed in the air. Why even
she
stay in
don't
the
love
area?
me. She don't love me.
certain draws,
Clearly.
certain materials
Wedding
of your underwear
canceled.
certain materials in your underwear can make you, you know what I'm saying, sweat less and shit too.
So that's what I've figured out is that if every time before I do the plug talk scene, I need to baby wipe my ass just in case the girl decides to
You
get up in
don't
there.
do that?
Yeah, what like
Wear some cotton drawers too.
In
Why
between
wouldn't you
fucking
just-
girls, I take the hand soap in the bathroom and give my dick a lather.
why wouldn't you just like you? I mean, I feel like you're making enough money and doing enough. where
He's
you
a
could-
sick
To afford
fuck.
baby
Everybody
wipes?
likes
No, I'm
it.
saying you could have like a little a small towel, a big towel.
I could
some
have like a
soap.
little like Asian lady who follows me around and cleans my butt.
I mean, honestly, you
Fire.
really could if you really wanted to. Who said she had to be Asian?
Yeah.
I'm just picturing it be like the chick who gives you a hand job.
But, no, but I'm
She
saying
could just
like,
get me hard before the
China
scene,
Mac's
too.
gonna
I'm
whoop
saying
your ass,
you
fool.
you should have enough respect for your fucking clients that you're working with, the talent, that you at least provide some clean dick and balls.
But I'm not expecting them to ever eat my ass. So then when they do, you
gotta get the best content,
I
don't you?
immediately think, oh my god, I should.
All right, have any of y'all ever cheated on a chick before and then
Never done
No.
that before.
and then
Yes.
and then fucked her with the unwashed like with the other bitches?
That's
pussy?
fucked
Yeah,
up.
and I hate
Well,
that.
I've heard about that.
I hate that about myself that I have a huge turn on for that. Like, there's multiple
You're a
times
sick
in my
fuck.
life. Like, I
I
can
know
remember
you passed so many STDs.
I went to Texas for man. This is a grimy one.
He's generous with the STD.
Let me hear this
This
one.
is so bad. I went to Texas for the X Games one year. It was before Lena, everything. And there was this girl that I had planned to hang out with. I had a bunch of girls that I was planning to hang out with, and they all were like super down to fuck. Austin girls are fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And I meet up with one of them, and like there's a bunch of people in my hotel room and stuff. And at this point, I'm not at the point where I can just be like, everybody get out of the fucking hotel room. So we go behind some industrial building and smoke a blunt together. And then I proceed to bang her and come all over her back. Then I send her on her way. I immediately go into the hotel room and end up hanging out with this other girl that was there. And then she starts sucking my dick with the other girl's pussy juice all fresh on my dick.
like how? Like it was like an
I
hour.
mean, it was like an hour later. I'm like, this is like the most disgusting thing ever and the hottest thing ever.
But she had a smooth back.
I just busted a nut on her back. She got a nut back.
Yeah, Austin hipster white girls definitely smooth backs.
About that action.
Yeah, they got smooth backs for sure.
That
I hate how much I like still think about that. Like, wow, that was glorious.
There's those moments like in all of our sexual careers that we just
Yeah, I've definitely done some scumbag shit before, but I feel like I very much was thankful that I got away scot-free as far as like not getting STD, not getting nothing crazy happening to me. So where I learned my lesson after.
Never got burnt.
No, not that I know of. No.
I ain't never got burned
Congrats.
either.
I never got burnt until Lena either.
yeah.
Damn.
I mean, and we
Yeah,
didn't,
and it's not even.
I didn't get burnt from her. I got burnt
From
from
doing this.
us doing drugs and then fucking random girls and getting burnt together. So that was fun.
You got burnt before?
Nah.
Listen, if it's anything curable, nobody cares. Bro.
But that getting burnt is the kind of thing that when you're like 18, it seems like the most disgusting thing in the world. And then when you're older, everybody still lies about it, but like a huge percentage of people have been burnt.
Hold on. Speaking of getting burnt, a funniest thing. I'm sitting at the crib yesterday, chilling. I get a fucking phone call. It's like, hello, this is Dr. Johnson from the downtown clinic.
Not Dr. Johnson.
Doc Johnson, the
Listen.
biggest sex toy company,
Listen,
I'm pretty sure.
basically, it was a prank. It was like a prank call website, whatever, where you put somebody's number
Oh,
in,
yeah.
and they did a fake chlamydia call onto me, and it was saying that, oh, it's like it's a doctor from the clinic. We can't reveal.
But you didn't go to the clinic, so.
No, but like, but I'm just thinking like, bro, I haven't even fucked any girls like besides one in a while. So I'm like, who the fuck, you know what I'm saying? But at the end, it's at the end. Look,
Was that UAD?
No, listen. At
It was
the
AD.
End, listen, at the
AD
end.
did
Can I
that
finish
shit.
it? Can I finish
You
without being
farted?
interrupted? Look,
No,
let
I
me
ain't
finish.
for it, nigga.
Look. So at the end.
The prank call. You did
Yeah.
the prank
I'm
call.
like, why you saying farted?
I don't know. They were acting like you farted.
Can I finish?
Sorry, yeah.
So at the end, there's an option that you could put that it lets the caller know that it's a prank. So I'm like, who can I do this to? I do it to my girl. I call her. And you can hear the call on my end.
Can you record it?
Yes, but I don't think I did.
Shoulda
though.
did it.
Well, you have to like pay for all the extra shit, but
Send it to me.
yeah, I mean, it's a
Community
whole app.
clips
It's a
exclusive.
whole app, bro. It's funny as fuck. So I call her, and the first time it's like, "Hello, it's Dr. Johnson." She hangs up. I think she was like, "What the fuck?" Call
Well,
her
if
back
you
again.
know that your doctor's name, or if you like,
Well, dude,
I ain't gonna lie, they'll get me.
no, bro,
I'm
they
like, get
got
it back
me.
in blood, bitch.
Yeah, so
I will give $1,000 to anyone who pulls off a successful prank call on AD.
Nigga, I bought
if it
steaks
makes
from the
me
gas
belly
station.
laugh, if it makes me belly laugh, I'm good.
I bought steaks from the gas
Wait,
station.
but
Let's not talk about how much money you're spending.
Wait,
every
hold
month.
on. Let me just drop the cherry. Let me drop the cherry on top of the sundae. We can move on.
Okay.
She was in front of her mom, who I have. When she had got the call. So that was a great introduction to mom.
You're a nasty guy. Anyway,
Hey, mom.
When you were telling me about that, I was like, fuck.
what? I told you that you spend more than me.
I cracked the whip. I was like,
I don't
ain't
even
doing this no
I don't
more.
know if that's true, and I'm sure if you take into account all the expenses that go into No Jumper, that's absolutely not true.
But you can't count business expenses.
Yeah.
These are
Yeah.
all personal expenses.
I'm
That's
trying to think
definitely
of what my
personal.
personal expenses are because it would
No, but that's personal and business for real. If you think about it,
probably adds
yeah,
up to
some
such
things for
ridiculous
community and
numbers.
stuff, but like, I
he
mean,
spends a lot of money on shit like that.
AD though, this is like the most money you've ever had in your life by
by a landslide.
a significant margin.
Yeah, but I'm not. And I had this conversation with OT today. It's like you don't know how much you're actually spending because you're not checking like
until you
that.
get your Ben Baller app.
Until you get to that, but that's the app.
That he's clearly invested in
Yeah.
and not trying to admit to us.
No, but that's literally the app.
I downloaded it.
So and you put your bank account in and you look and it compares every month. I'm like,
All you have to do is add your bank account.
you add your bank account.
Oh, I thought
Bro,
I was gonna
you're
have
like-
to
and
go
you're-
through
and-
one by one
Yeah,
and
no,
add
No,
everything.
and you put and then it shows your subscriptions. It shows your recurring. It lets you know when you're getting paid. It
oh,
lets
we
you know
in there.
everything.
Let's do this.
AD,
Yeah, that's
you're
fire.
like a black Scott Storch minus the cocaine, essentially.
No,
You're
the
spending
see,
habits,
he's like a
bro.
black guru?
Yeah.
No, but when I seen that, I was like, this is disgusting.
Yeah,
Yeah, once you sent it in the group chat, I was like, God damn.
I can't even.
it made me sad. I can't lie. I was worried about you.
Nah, that let me know the fucking community is strong.
When are we gonna get
Nah,
AD
fuck
on meal
that.
prep?
We'll do it top of the year.
Are we really?
Can I tell you something?
If you order 2 months of meal prep ahead of time, like I do you think that you would just start to eat the meal prep? Like obviously you're gonna cheat on the weekends, whatever. But do you think that you would do it?
We did that before, remember? And I got so tired of that shit.
Yeah, that's part of losing weight. You have to stop caring about your meals seeming novel to you.
I kind of
Or
was
good,
I
or-
kind
or
of was scared.
delicious.
And I'm gonna tell you why I was scared. So I had like a back injury that scared me because RIP, one of my homeboys, he found out he had cancer from a back injury. You feel me? And then he like just instantly died. Like he didn't get to fight it or anything like that. So for the last month, I've been having like lower back pain, and that's what made me start going to the chiropractor. And it wasn't getting like better. So I kind of was like freaking out, but didn't want to go to the doctor. But then I was like, okay, the new me is like, okay, if it is something, I'm gonna give it a week or two because I know back pain takes longer to heal. If it is something, like after a couple more weeks, then I was gonna go and then do that. So
Yeah.
I kind of like slowed up on boxing and just doing things. I was like, I kind of was depressed because I was like, man, I hope I ain't got no fucking cancer. That shit was going through my head and shit too. But then I got shit checked out. Everything was good. And my back is fucking normal for the first time this week.
From my experience, losing
And you don't have cancer.
And I don't have any cancer.
good news. From my experience, losing weight was like the biggest thing. I dealt with terrible back pain all those years riding bikes, and then I stopped riding bikes and started to eat better and work out and like just mainly
That's literally
stop
the
riding
solution,
bikes.
man.
And all of a sudden, the back pain went away, and I was like, "Fuck! I wish I had taken like an extended hiatus from riding bikes earlier in my life to get my back right because now it feels fucking great." And I dealt with that shit for like 15, 20 years.
You just had like real pain.
Horrible lower back pain.
But
when
don't
you-
a lot of that come down to core strength?
Yeah, but when you think about bike riding, it's like you're basically compressing and like exploding your body up. And especially when I was a kid, dude, our bikes were so fucking heavy. And now the bikes are so much lighter. And like everybody from my generation has like terrible fucked up backs.
But what I can say now is, since I've been going to the chiropractor, that shit has been a game changer.
Really?
Yeah, as soon as they went
Oh,
there, they was
Chiro,
like,
yeah.
I've had
your
good
spinal
and
feel
bad.
luxurious.
Have you never had a bad chiropractor experience?
since
Hell no.
then, no.
I've had bad chiropractor experiences where he tried to get me to join a Jewish cult or something.
What? Oh, I joined.
He tried to
this
get me to
shit.
pay for like
joined the cult?
50 fucking appointments in advance. He had
Wait.
all kinds of weird religious stuff on the wall.
I didn't know that Josh was a chiropractor. That's fucking crazy.
I think Josh was in on it. No, this was in Brooklyn, and I for some reason the fucking chiropractor I found happened to be in like a super Hasidic Jewish neighborhood. I probably should have been like, no.
I got a membership now, so I go every Saturday now. But as soon as I went there, they were like, "Oh yeah, your back is fucked up." They're like, it was like 3 discs right here. They was like, "Okay, it's locked up," and instantly just clack clack.
I used to go to the
Yeah.
Cairo guy in downtown Long Beach. I'm pretty sure he's still there.
I wouldn't care what type of religious indoctrination they were trying to put on me as long as they fixing my spine.
How's your spine feel?
I mean, bro,
Let us blow your back out.
my spine used to be
Gay?
so fucked up from all the ecstasy I took.
Really?
Oh yeah,
How'd that fuck your back up?
nigga. That's,
Bro, it depletes your spinal fluid.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
you didn't know that?
I guess I like heard people say that, but I never heard anybody say that they actually like dealt with
You
it.
probably did it that much.
Bro, I looked like a motherfucking stegosaurus, fool. Like,
Really?
yeah, like that shit.
Wow.
Like I know, like and it's crazy that there has never been so much talk about me as being associated with crystal meth as since I started on this podcast. Because really, it was a lot of other, like, I did meth for like a year of my life. Like, there's, like, it was the ecstasy, it was the coke, there's a bunch of other,
The kratom.
you feel me? Like, I was doing like the
You
real
use kratom
shit.
to beat it?
Nah.
Damn.
I've tried.
I wish you had kratom at that time. You see this
Yeah.
little chocolate right there? I'm surprised nobody's ate it yet.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that doing there?
I don't know why I thought it was like a little meatball.
It looks like a trap. I don't trust it at all.
I'm not gonna lie. I gotta tap back in with that one doctor because my leg is fucked up.
You know who I'd like to tap in with?
my bookie.
Your landlord. Because Housephone received a noise complaint. I almost couldn't believe it when I saw that you tweeted about it because I was like, this so obviously falls into the conversation about if Potlord should have rented to you or not.
It just completely
and that picture
vindicated.
you put up was amazing.
I immediately
Yeah.
go to Potlord's Instagram and I'm like, I gotta find a good reaction face. Dude, I forgot how long Potlord had been around because I'm watching all these old No Jumper videos from when we first got
Yeah.
to Melrose and I watched a clip of him falling.
Nigga, I've
and
known
eating
him since
shit.
high school, bro.
I saw him falling and eating shit trying to 180 a BMX bike in front of the store like 6 years ago. I'm like, what the fuck?
Bro, if I've known him since high school and you've known me for
Yeah.
almost a decade,
You completely
around.
vindicated Pot Lord 1,000%.
Nigga.
Best
with that
landlord
tweet.
ever.
first
Yeah.
of all, fuck all y'all. Second of all,
1000%.
It's my place and my name. I could get whatever fucking noise complaint that I fucking want.
No, you
Yeah,
don't.
no, it's definitely
Second
the
of all-
landlord's
Second
business.
of all, I
gonna
didn't.
get
Josh, how are you co-signing
no,
on that?
no,
What do you mean?
No. Thank you, Josh.
Nah.
Josh gets what I was trying to say. And then second of all, I didn't get an actual noise complaint. Just the neighbor from upstairs was just like, "Hey, can you not play music so loud at like 4 a.m.?"
I thought you were getting a noise
And you were
complaint from
playing-
like.
Get it back in
No,
blood.
I thought that
bitch.
like the city called you, like the cops
What?
called you,
No.
which
I
I
thought
was
you
like,
got like a real noise complaint.
Hey, you was
Shout out
slapping that.
to my nigga Malcolm. Me and Malcolm exchanged numbers. So I was like, you know, if I get too loud or if you get too loud, vice versa, whatever.
You were slapping
what are
that
you doing at
sexy
4
red.
in the morning?
Watching
that-
YouTube videos. And,
You were slapping that sexy red.
Yeah, you already know. I
You
was-
watching Trap Lord Ross on
Yeah.
50?
No, bro. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm the type of nigga I'm ignorant with the Bluetooth speaker. Like my phone is plugged in and I got the thing on all the way loud.
put it on the TV?
I'm texting. I didn't even
Still
mount,
working on that?
I didn't even mount the TV yet.
You just got in the crib, yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, listen, if it wasn't for my girl, I would never put the TV on.
Yeah.
So
Nigga, my shit be full blast.
the TV
That's what I'm
was,
saying.
my
Movies and
TV
shit
was on
too?
the ground for like the first couple of years of my fucking apartment before her.
First couple years.
Yeah, and then she moves in and it's like, you know, I can get my dad to come mount this TV on the wall, right?
The Wilshire place.
Yeah.
I will say
ground?
it wasn't until the new spot I got, I've never mounted TVs, but it's so
You
much
mounted it
better.
yourself?
No, hell no.
My whole life,
You see
damn
how
near.
big that
Got
TV
somebody?
is?
Yeah. I know.
Most of my life, if a girl came over to watch a movie, we were watching it on my laptop.
That's what I'm saying.
Laying in
Bro,
bed
that's
watching
what
on
I'm
the laptop.
saying.
It is trash. It is
is
a
trash.
horrible
It's-
experience. Girls, if a guy, that's the first thing I'm going to teach
That's
my
the
kids.
first red flag.
If a guy
What?
expects you to watch a movie on a laptop in bed, he is garbage.
Yeah. No, that's a fact.
Yeah.
Nigga, and I would make them watch it on the laptop with like the old 2015 MacBook with the one blown out speaker, like not even connected to the Bluetooth or nothing. Just we
Oh,
raw
yeah.
dogged it.
My girl always says how when she met me, she thought like, oh, this guy, he seems pretty cool. He's in his 30s. He seems like he got
Probably
money.
got his shit together.
She goes over to my crib afterwards, and I live in a house with like 7 BMX dudes. It's dirty as fuck. My
two
fucking,
wet wipes.
It was terrible. There's no toilet paper. My fucking room is dirty as
Was it?
fuck.
No, but your room was all right compared to like
It was better because I had a lock on my door, and then Stevie kicked the fucking door in, drunk as fuck one night.
just randomly?
Yeah, he just kicked the door in.
I was about to say, like, compared to the whole house, bro, that the living room and kitchen was disgusting.
No.
I don't think I ever ate out of that kitchen.
The
ever.
room that Stevie and them slept
Oh,
in,
yeah.
it was like air mattresses, and I would walk in
And it would
there.
just smell
I'd
like-
walk in at 10 o'clock in the morning, and there would be like 80 open beer cans
Yeah,
with
everywhere.
mosquitoes flying everywhere with like 10 dudes sleeping, fucking beer spilled on the ground.
Yeah.
I definitely just had like a moment there where I was like, okay.
not it.
I gotta get
These
out
are
of here.
predominantly white kids in there.
Oh,
correct?
there was.
Yeah.
I was the only nigga
Yeah.
for sure.
Mostly white kids.
Me and Hesh were the only niggas that was in.
But that was the
Is he
problem.
4-0?
That was the problem.
In
is
the
that
house?
our trash BMX crew also became intermingled with like the local underground rap scene. So we would go to a Ham on Everything show, and then we would have fucking 80 people leave the show and come to our house, which. The good part was that you would have all these fucking random girls at your
was
crib, and
definitely
some of them were
random.
down to fuck. But then you would also have every weird dude. There was like absolutely
Yeah.
no curation of who was there at all. It was like living in a public park because
Yeah.
people were just coming and going as they please, bro.
Yeah, there was definitely no like, hey yo, you know this guy? Like,
I would hide my valuables in my room every day when I left.
You had a lock on it though, so you know how bad it is.
Yeah, but and even then, I would hide the
Yeah.
shit because I was like, well, if they come in, if they do break in, I at least hope they don't find my laptop if they only have a couple minutes to dig
Yeah.
around.
The
in here.
worst thing about having roommates is they eat your fucking snacks.
These niggas had no fucking snacks.
Yeah, no.
Their fridge was empty.
Everybody knew that if you had snacks, you had to keep them in your
Yeah.
nook. You had to hide them.
You had to damn near strap them onto your body and just keep.
I can't imagine having
Bro.
a roommate now unless they were like just a total quiet fucking nerd. But even then, if the more
Yeah.
nerdy they are, they're not going to be able to deal with me having girls over all hours and shit.
Bro, think about it like
Nigga,
this.
that was the worst shit doing that.
It just like definitely sounds like really white boyish what you're describing.
It was definitely like a little mini frat house. But look, imagine this. Imagine you fucking wake up.
Lush,
you're
virtue signaling how woke he is right there.
Look, you wake up.
You're
hungry.
white too.
Yeah, but I'm
No, you're not. Don't listen to him.
Black no jumper.
That undefeated hat's doesn't change anything. You're still white.
no, I'm just saying culturally.
Nah, I'm not gonna lie, man.
We're hanging out with mad black people.
Yeah, and we were going to rap shows, but
What kind of?
They're-
We were riding BMX bikes.
And they
every
were-
day.
that's
We're hanging
like-
with John Hicks.
As white ass black dudes, I guarantee it.
Okay, you said
Yeah.
it.
White ass black dudes.
Good time.
it was
Bunch of
it was some hood niggas. Nah, it was no Carlton.
They were punk rock hipster black
I was
dudes.
probably the most
It's not
Carlton.
unusual.
I was the most Carlton, and
By anyone.
and I was with the shits too. So.
But that became the problem is that we're like a BMX crew.
You're an anomaly though.
And the BMX crew that I had been hanging
Thank
with
you.
for all those years was mostly like beer, weed, and some of the dudes would do coke. Then all of a sudden we're going to these rap shows and it's like lean, Zans, hard, like it just became so much more extreme once we
Yeah.
started hanging out with like basically you.
How fun did you? At that time, did you fuck with Swayze?
Swayze.
Remember?
I met her at the. He was
Swayze?
buzzing all over me.
Swayze?
Remember the MTV shit?
Of course.
Yo, you're.
See,
hey,
I don't remember that, but I know Cisco Adler, and people always are like talking about the Swayze.
Why the
thing.
fuck did they have a show on MTV
That's
off
crazy,
that
huh?
one song?
Well,
I've never seen
I
nobody
feel
else
like
show.
all over
I
me.
feel like the show on MTV was kind of like a marketing campaign
For
that
the song?
Yeah,
The song was already a thing. That's why they got the show.
kinda.
Nah, it
it was
was
like
already-
around that same time though, right?
Yeah, but that's
and then
why it
they
made no
followed it
sense.
up with the Corona and Lime song.
I used to like that song.
Yeah,
No, that song
Baby, you
was
can be my Corona line.
That should be Pot Lord's fucking theme song.
Yes.
What the fuck?
Pod Lord is Swayze. Like,
Bro, if anybody, they're not even old enough to even remember who the fuck we were even talking about.
I have no idea what you're talking about. But how do you guys feel about today's developments in the Tory and Meg case? I don't know how closely
Bro,
people have been watching it.
This fucking witness, I couldn't believe that shit.
But okay, the witness, what he said can be construed in a pro-Tory way or a anti-Tory way. So it's like we now have an independent witness who basically confirmed that he saw Tory shoot the gun, but he says that he saw Tory shoot the gun in the air. And then he also basically says that he saw Kelsey shoot Meg as well, which is insane because now you have to imagine this scenario playing out where basically Tory Lanez and Kelsey kind of came together to shoot at Meg the Stallion, which just sounds fucking insane. And then you also have to believe that Meg essentially lied about all the details of how this all went down, which is also kind of flabbergasting.
That nigga said once she was shot, they all packed her out and was about to throw her in the river.
I thought they were gonna kill her. The bodyguard,
That's
Tory and Kelsey
crazy.
coming together. Like, I wanna
Everybody
know-
come together.
Like, what does this guy do for a living? I'm kind of assuming that this guy is like on the straight and narrow and like actually knows what he's talking about because he can afford a house in such a nice area. But like, what? Like that? Like, what the fuck? That goes against everything we've heard about this fucking trial so far.
This case has so many twists and turns.
it seems like at what point is there just fuck legal precedents? At what point is there just so much fuck shit from all angles that we just cancel the whole motherfucking thing?
That's not going to work.
That's
The
not-
judge isn't going to be like, let's cancel the whole motherfucking
No,
thing.
I know. I'm just saying, like,
That'd be crazy
in
if the judge-
reality.
Hey, you know what? We're not gonna get to the bottom of this. Everyone go home.
Yeah.
they all
Turn
lie.
your cameras
But,
off.
what I don't get is if they find Tory not guilty, but if they think that Kelsey might have done it, are they going to put Kelsey on
She
trial?
has immunity.
Yeah, right.
Because she agreed to cooperate.
But-
If she did shoot her and she has immunity, then she's a fucking genius. But it doesn't get to get immunity, you basically have to like tell the truth, right? But there's no way that they're going to prove
How
that
can
she
they
shot
prove
her.
that?
Yeah.
But look, this is my whole thing. Everybody, not everybody, but dumb niggas like me who had not seen pictures of her before are just like, I believe anything Kelsey.
Nah, no doubt.
If Kelsey said it, it happened.
Yeah, it's true.
I'm
for
not gonna
sure.
lie.
But Kelsey did say that it happened in the original interview, even though she conveniently forgot everything.
I'm just saying that
That bitch is bad.
people
Is she
are
that bad? I haven't looked at her that much.
She's
nigga.
nice. She's bad. And then
Meg is bad.
Yeah, but not
Apparently, Tory's pretty bad since he's fucking every famous person.
Nah,
on
he's
it.
going crazy.
Tory,
I'm
he
fucking
did his
Kelsey
thing.
over Meg. I'm gonna tell you that.
Nah, 1000%.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And you know what? It
You
might
should
be
tell the judge.
It might be some weird girl jealousy, girl beef. Girls always have some internal friend beef
Very spiteful.
every time.
Especially
would
when
It's so
there's
spiteful that she shot the friend.
So
in the-
spiteful
in
that
the
you
foot.
would team up with Tory to shoot her.
it's a
And then
weird.
get ready to throw her in the river.
Yeah, and like, how the fuck did they do that? Like, they both put their each hand on the gun and shot it at her together.
No. She's saying that at first Kelsey
her.
was fighting Meg and shot her, or that he saw a flash go off, and then he saw Tory shoot 5 times. But he said in the air, which is really fucking weird because that makes you think like, okay, maybe because keep in mind. The gunshot residue was on Tory and her, and they're trying to explain that by saying that Kelsey was just right there.
I thought they were struggling over it. Wouldn't that make
No,
sense?
he said Kelsey shot first, Tory shot in the air. Then when Meg is crawling, all three of them, when the bodyguard come and they start packing her out,
Yeah.
and they throw her in the truck.
The neighbor wasn't able to say that he saw Kelsey pass the gun to Tory, but you would imagine that if that actually is true, that's actually how that went down.
He did play audio though of the shots.
Yeah.
And it was hella shots.
I don't know, but
God,
they said
I just
yeah.
wish there was a video. So
Man, what
fucking
the
bad. How
fuck?
is there not a video?
How ain't nobody leaked this shit
Somebody's
yet, bro?
ring camera. You feel
Yeah,
me?
but I
Like-
mean, the ring camera doesn't always go all the way
Now,
out to the street.
I think what they're doing now, they're playing dirty now though.
Oh yeah.
With Tory, because they're like, okay, they're talking about possibly having him take this stand, but they're gonna talk about damn near everything that he's ever got a case for, his gun
Oh, yeah,
tattoos.
it's a wrap.
They're talking about bringing up his rap lyrics.
He's for sure gonna
Anything
get.
that's aimed
Sucking
at
out
Meg.
August Alsina.
I
Bro,
don't.
they
I
said
don't
they bringing
see.
that up.
I don't see a scenario where Tory is not banned from the United States for the rest of his
Damn,
shit.
bro.
You really think? Oh, I didn't even
that-
think about
He's a
that.
Canadian citizen, so no matter what, if he gets any
If he
felony,
gets
type of-
one,
like it's not even the American government that's strict about that either.
It's Canada.
Yeah, there's fucking so.
He could just go back and just
stringent.
run Toronto like fucking mini Drake.
Bro, do you understand how janky Toronto is? Like the street politics out there
Yeah, it's fucked
are
up.
so intricate.
They got
Like,
good Jamaican food though.
Yeah, they have all kind. Yep, they have amazing Jamaican food. But you don't want to be in the mix with that shit. Tory does not want to deal with that shit.
and I don't like how, and even the YSL case, it's like all these rappers actually, you're bringing up lyrics in court like. Everything that you say now can really, really be used against you.
But okay, have you noticed the way that there are like 2 different media vortexes that you can get sucked into on this? Because I noticed that in general, Akademiks' coverage of this has been pretty skeptical of Meg. Mo's shit, like if you watch Mo Gangat's videos, lawyer for workers, where he's basically like summarizing what's going on in the
definitely
courtroom and every
pro-Tory.
day, he's definitely pro-Tory. He makes it sound as if there's no chance that Tory is going to be found guilty on all this. But then meanwhile, if you head on over to like a bunch of the different court reporters who are probably more on the feminist, pro Megan Thee Stallion side of things, they make it sound like today was a great day in court for Meg, while Mo is making it seem like it's a great day in court for Tory. So it's like there's 2 completely different narratives that you're capable of latching onto with this, just like the Johnny Depp thing. So I mean, however this fucking works out, it's gonna
What
be
if
rough.
I don't see-
say
What if Flakko?
the tone was?
That's the most important.
he
Flakko
was there.
Flakko believes 95% that they are going to find Tory guilty. Or not guilty. But, which is okay. So Tory, Flakko is somebody who believed that Tory was not guilty. Then when he saw Megan's testimony, he started to believe that he was guilty, and now he's back to thinking not guilty.
Well, I could see him.
That's a wobbler.
I could see him.
That's the real wobbler.
But I could see him like being forced to take a lesser charge, like illegal discharge of a firearm. If he busted 5 shots in the air and he admits to doing that, that's
A felony.
yeah.
Yeah, because you can imagine that maybe they'll give him that, even if they're not going to find him guilty of.
Which at least will dub him from the United States one thou wow.
Yeah.
He's out after that.
But it's going to
At
be
least
weird.
for like 5-10 years.
Something like like
Are they going to let him back onto the playlist?
Nigga, if they ban,
Is Drake going to hop on a song with him?
bro, they ban Chippy nonstop. You don't think they're gonna fucking ban?
right.
Nigga, remember what's it called? Sean got banned.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I mean that was for like
Stab somebody, right?
yeah.
Or did he
And-
shoot him?
No, it
was
was
a stabbing.
Stabbing for Puffy, right, yeah.
And it's crazy because his dad was like the president of Belize or like a high-ranking government official in Belize. So that's where
Is it-
He went home and just chilling.
yeah, he was chilling.
Yeah, that shit's crazy.
Nah, I don't know what's gonna happen, but I think it's too many inconsistencies in this case.
This shit
And
makes no
everybody has a different story.
Even as somebody who believes that Meg got shot by Tory Lanez, it definitely, there's like so much shit going on that my confidence in him getting found guilty is very, very low. Is he going to be hip hop's Oj Simpson if he gets away with it?
If he gets away with it. Speaking of OJ Simpson, you see the Nelk boys.
I didn't actually watch it. I watched a couple reels, but
not gonna
pretty
lie.
unreal. I want to know how much they paid for that shit.
I heard $100K.
Because Vlad at one point on an interview said that he would pay $1 million to OJ, but I think it was like he was talking about under the condition that he would fully discuss the murder, which I definitely don't think that he did that or that he didn't do that at all in the thing with.
He just
Nelk.
talked about how he didn't fuck Kris Jenner and like his explanation actually made a lot of sense. He's like, I was getting really bad bitches. You think I was really tripping on her? Yeah. That's essentially what he said.
He was the juice, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean,
That's
he
a good
did
excuse,
have a very storied history of abusive, explosive behavior. He was a fucking nutcase.
He was generous with the cock too. He was fucking all kinds of bitches. Like,
Yeah, I definitely.
I'm not gonna lie, I was like a little impressed with Steiny this episode.
Oh, you liked it? I didn't see it. I gotta watch it.
I feel like he was actually a little informed this episode.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, but it's OJ the Juice Man. I feel like
OJ the Juice Man.
I was thinking that. That's Nelk Boys versus No Jumper. I got OJ the Juice Man. They got OJ Simpson.
Yeah, but
that's funny. But
what if I walked up to OJ Simpson and started rapping the OJ the Juice Man?
he would have
I remember,
no idea
yeah.
what the fuck you're talking about.
No, but I thought it was way better when you went up to Jewel's and you said, I need a bitch with big breasts on my chest. The way you said on my chest, I was like, oh, that's not what he said. Lush.
Yeah, you know what though?
that not what he said?
You know
He
what?
said,
on,
I need
on her
a chick
chest.
with big breasts on her chest.
Yeah, yeah. But
He said with big breasts on my chest.
you know what the crazy part is?
Did he correct you?
No, nobody noticed it.
Like,
Yeah.
everybody got in the car, stupid nigga.
Nobody noticed
He's
it.
like, what the fuck? Hey,
Nah,
yo,
Joel's
B,
a homie now and shit. Like we've been chopping it
y'all
up.
niggas
He
about
has
to
a
battle
cool-
rap each other or what?
You know what was
We cracking the
After
flesh.
Suspect packs Lush out, he's going to go join Dipset.
you know what was I don't even get it. But
I mean, you know.
well, remember how we were like how you brought up the whole Naughty Bop thing when
Yeah.
you were talking to him?
He
Like,
wasn't feeling that.
Well, I figured out
What'd you
why
say? Yeah.
later. So
Oh, you didn't know?
no, because his nephew is Didi Osama, and Didi Osama's brother is Naughty.
Yep.
So that was his fucking nephew.
So he especially didn't appreciate me like saying the name of the dance and
Yeah,
shit.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
I probably could have danced around it a little bit more if I had realized that he was that close to the situation. You know.
Damn, bro. that's
you know the crazy thing about that?
But I did other podcasts like a couple days before that where I didn't know the name of it, and I was talking about it, and I didn't know the name of it.
Well, you know what's
kinda
crazy about that too is the kids that made that song, they had like nothing to do with the beef directly. They were
That's
like,
even crazier.
Yeah, that's like the weirdest thing about it. It's
Yeah, these
That-
kids are nasty.
Yeah,
and I
that's-
say that as a big King Von fan.
not to say that they had nothing to
way
do with
worse.
it, but they weren't like the direct ops in that instance.
They weren't even the ones that did the crime.
Yeah, they had nothing to do with it.
Right.
That's fucked up.
If
bro.
your biggest op got killed, how are you handling it?
making a song about it and a dance.
He's a pack.
But are
He's
you?
a pack.
But you're not gonna mention. Are you gonna go on your story and laughing emoji? Are you gonna like do anything?
Fuck no. The fuck?
That's a little like
Get a birthday cake.
That's what the drill rappers do. The ops always just go on live because they know the chat is gonna be filled with people saying it. So then they don't even have to say anything, and they can just laugh and smoke a blunt. You see Trap Boy Freddy or whatever did it after Mo3 got killed.
I have no ops.
Birthday cake when the ops died. It's a party we gonna celebrate.
Yeah, privately, in the group chat.
Definitely.
But not on your story.
Would you?
I'm done.
I have no ops.
You would get a birthday cake and sit in the group chat?
Maybe the emoji.
No, go to the store and get an actual cake.
You think? You think I'm eating sugar?
Congratulations.
My girl made all this fucking amazing shit yesterday. Had a whole cookie party with all of her fucking aunts. Didn't need any of it.
You were nowhere around.
There's only cookies around?
Ruth Chris for my shooters.
Cookies and all kinds of shit.
You held it down.
No, can't do it.
Damn.
Ruth Chris after the homies drop a new op.
Exactly.
I'm pretty much
Ruth
at
Chris.
like my all-time low. I gotta stick it out now.
Or
I'm
all
scared.
time high.
No,
Depends on how you look
weight
at it.
loss.
Oh.
I'm at my all-time low. So
I'm getting worried
now
about
it's
this
time to
body
grind.
dysmorphia, bro. It's getting intense.
I'm hoping that it rubs off on you a little bit.
I mean, like, I know I need to lose weight, but I also am aware that because I've gotten super thin before, and I know at a certain point that like the thinner I would get, the more it would be intensified, where I would be like
Looking like Dracula.
like more and more. I would be like any little fucking sliver of fat would become disgusting to me.
Okay, but I mean that's another level. And if I do lose a ton of weight and I end up being that kind of guy who's like, oh my god, I have this little fat. I need.
You're on your way.
No, I'm gonna be able to fucking
you're on your way,
I have
bro.
very reasonable expectations for myself, but I don't want to hear anybody talking about losing weight in the new year unless you're down to get on a meal prep plan. Because let's be real, there's no fucking way that you're going to get into a calorie deficit ordering off Postmates. If you want to get
For sure.
on a calorie
Dog,
deficit,
Ben Baller said that we could eat McDonald's.
Yeah.
Bro,
Ben Baller said we could do it.
fast-
he lied to you. It's misinformation.
No, he was wrong, for
Bro,
sure.
I'm
I think he
saying-
was right.
No,
He
because
looked good.
I did the intermittent fasting that weekend in the sense that I just ate
That
between
weekend?
like 11 and 7.
I heard you still gotta eat healthy though.
I ate 2 like nasty meals both days. And to be fair, I didn't really like gain weight. But if you want to lose weight, you pretty much have to be on a deficit. You
Yeah.
know? And so, but the meal prep shit now, it's so easy. There's a million meal prep companies that are like advertising.
Do you like the food though?
It's fun.
Because I got to the point to where I was like, you give me the same shit every week, and I'm
But
not
I
looking
think that's-
forward to eating
I
this
think
shit.
There
that's
are a
the
lot
whole-
of places that have variety. Mine has variety.
But I think that's the whole point is that like, fuck, we got to stop looking at food as enjoyment almost.
yeah, you
Yeah,
got
it's used for fuel.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the way I think of it. Is this is my fuel, and yeah, sometimes when I go out to eat, I'll be able to eat stuff that's delicious.
Bro, what the fuck am I supposed to do? I don't do drugs no more. That's like the only thing I have left.
you smoke Newports,
And vagina.
I like cake.
you fuck fans,
I like cake.
and you drip.
No, drip is my replacement.
It can be really hard though. When I have like an adrenaline dump, like yesterday, I played poker all day Sunday and Monday because I was super deep in these tournaments. I ended up basically breaking even. Fucking, it was so hard for me not to just fucking munch cookies. I took a little bite of a couple of them.
Bro,
Or munch bookies.
I finally got some. I finally went to Philly and got like a big
A
bag of
cheesesteak?
my stuff. Like, I got.
You got your drip?
Yeah, I got like not all of it, but I got.
Niggas just
like
took
that
a
coke.
trip to Philly randomly?
Yeah, well, I was hosting an event in DC.
Okay, that's
So I
pretty
flew
close
out to
by.
Baltimore, and then I'm like in the hood. I was in the trenches.
Lush? I
love
in
DC.
Southeast.
Lush gets booked to like host battle rap events, or what kind of event was it?
Yeah. Battle rap events, and
Thought
then
it might be like a dog
then,
fight.
Then these fools had like a party afterwards, but it was like they rented out this little studio spot, and it's like right there in the straight trenches in southeast DC.
Please be
And-
careful, Lush.
I- I-
These
I
fucking
don't wanna
battle
see you go-
rap.
I know how to move.
I don't want to see this
like,
turn
but
into
yeah.
a takeoff situation.
Nah, but you know what was crazy? All these, they had all the, I guess like at the parties out there, they just invite strippers.
Yes.
So then like the strippers were going ham, and since it was my birthday, like I wasn't breaking no cheddar, but they was.
We should do that.
They was putting it on
Happy
the kid.
belated, by the way.
Oh, thank
Happy
you.
motherfucking belated.
Come on.
Yeah, happy birthday to Lush.
And Blasie's birthday was yesterday too.
Yeah.
Happy belated,
Damn,
Blasey.
I didn't even say happy birthday.
Yeah. No IG story post?
Wow, I didn't fucking notice. I didn't even look at the story yesterday, I don't think. Damn, that's fucked up. Can I say happy birthday on here? Is that better than a
you
story
go.
post?
Yeah.
Let more people see it here.
Happy
feel-
5-day
We
blessing.
probably got like how many people? We got live right
Blasey,
now?
it's your birthday.
We got 11K live right now. That's way better.
Lushy.
But I mean,
Well, you have like 1 million followers. Never mind.
okay, but let's be real. In general, we as an office don't really seem like we buy each other birthday presents, right? Like that's
still
the
haven't bought a
cultural
secret-
norm.
Y'all bought me a birthday present.
What was it? I forget.
A
They
Batman
gave me
cake.
a basket of liquor.
It was a picnic basket.
That was fucked up.
Of liquor.
That's fucked up. You guys are enablers.
That was more for content, probably, right?
I like
I don't know. Like, are we fucked up? Do we strike you as like bad friends because of that? Like, because when I think about the BMX dudes,
We got Cam girl a birthday cake one time.
yeah, but like this is like one time or like
Yeah.
one birth, but like
T-Rail
You guys
had a
never
whole
did-
party.
because it's so yeah, I know, but his girl kind of like initiated that.
Nobody ever did nothing for me for my birthday here.
That's not true. I'm sure we have.
Oh,
Probably multiple times. I think we
Alright.
got you a cake one time.
maybe.
Well, now you got the homegirl.
You're probably on Zan. You forgot. Yo, but when I think about all those years with all the BMX homies, when that was my whole world, I don't think I ever bought anybody a birthday present.
Yeah.
We would maybe like go to the bar and like maybe I'll buy you some shots.
I'll buy you a
Well,
shot,
you
yeah.
made it clear that you
got
don't give a
Josh a
fuck
birthday
about your
present?
own. You made it clear that you don't give a fuck about your own birthday.
Yo, Jackie.
So.
Yeah, you won't even. Yeah, you won't even fucking
Christmas?
tell us when your birthday is.
Yeah, that's
That
part
was
of
so weird to me.
what.
He does
You
it
didn't
every
want to
year.
tell us about your birthday.
Yeah, well, I mean,
But what's he supposed to do? Be like, hey guys, my birthday's.
Yeah, get a
fucking-
nigga a cake at least.
I don't want a cake.
Yeah.
I specifically said
Oh, my
was
bad.
like a
We'll give you. I'll give you a
Thank you.
basket of that shit that makes your nut
some
last
hummus.
longer. Whatever. the fuck
a
it is.
basket of cum.
Here, here.
Should have make sure nut bigger.
Thank you.
Thank you
Jizz
so much. All
thickener.
my supplements.
Jizz thickener.
No, we need to get him a fucking.
All my jizz look like shampoo.
We need to get him a Mamba Mentality book.
Oh, that's the 22 mentality.
All of my jizz look like shampoo.
See, if you were a trap rapper, how easy would life be?
All
You
your
feel me?
bitches is
Like-
ran through.
Yeah.
Eater.
Moving fish scale that shamu.
Oh my god. What man, how long do you think it's gonna take before Takeoff puts out music again? Or excuse me, Quavo puts out music again.
I was like,
Delete that.
No, I'll say this: the state could
good. Yeah.
put the music out.
Well, I
But
think,
like, but at what point is
He has to do it with
I'm
Offset.
sure there'll be a posthumous album or whatever. But like the Quavo, like when will he put out music? Like how long is it going to take for him to even be able to be in like a normal mentality? Because you see that clip of Offset dancing with Cardi B. That was kind of like I'm like, oh okay, he's able to have fun at least. That
Yeah,
seems
of
good.
course,
you know, I'm
bro.
sure his mind is all fucked up, but at least he's able to.
Their
Relax a
song
little
back
bit.
has to be them two together.
yeah,
Or I'm not
Oh my
accepting.
God,
I
it.
really
no
hope
way.
so.
Because you would have
Has
seen
to
him.
be.
You would have seen them together already.
I mean, they were talking. They talking. They was at the funeral and shit together. So.
Bro, if,
They
if-
talked.
yeah, for
Nigga,
sure.
You
if-
saw Offset and them together?
They-
Offset and
they-
Quavo? I did not know that.
They've talked.
Nigga, if one thing is gonna bring them back together is that.
It's that.
But you publicly saw them together? I didn't see that. I figured that would have been big news.
I'm pretty sure I've seen them.
I feel like people just kind of assume that they would like.
Yeah, I don't
feel
think
like I'm
there's
being
actually.
gaslit.
Yeah, I don't think there's actually an image of it, but they were obviously at the same funeral.
Yeah, but they could have totally avoided each other. I'm
This
sure
shit's
we've all
fucking
done
huge,
that.
yeah.
We've all been at funerals where we avoided somebody, right?
But they're family though. That's different.
You would think it would be different, but I don't know.
I don't think you think they hate each other that much over some pussy.
I think that they definitely. I agree with they.
Unless Quavo fucked Cardi B, that's the only
Don't
way.
put that narrative on.
I'm saying that.
You're going to get packed out.
I'm saying that could be that. That's the only.
How
Yeah,
about
that would happen.
How about I get to fuck Cardi B, and I think that'll make everything.
Or
right.
Offset fucking Sweetie.
Delete that.
Let me fuck both of them at the same time.
Oh, my God. Delete that also.
Delete
Redact
it.
that.
Delete the whole episode.
Delete the whole episode.
No, but
Throw the
I
whole
really,
last episode away.
No, but seriously though, I really hope that they get a chance to reconcile whatever their differences are. They get to come together, put out some good music in the motherfucking honor of Takeoff, man.
You say this
Pleasure.
while wearing a beanie that celebrates gun violence.
I mean, come on.
I mean, you clearly don't care about animals, and you have a dog on your shirt.
I don't even like dogs.
Yeah.
Free Ralphie.
I have
Yeah.
a dog I'm annoyed by, and
Yeah.
here I am with a
the
dog on
same
my
thing.
shirt. Oh, available at nojumper.com. There's a little bit of it left.
And you're wearing Fashionova Men, but it looks like gallery department.
Yeah.
Or purple.
And you got on Birkenstocks.
Purple
Nigga.
nurple.
Bargain socks, nigga.
There you go.
Bargain socks, nigga.
There
You got the
you
you got
go.
the fucking the sued ones on.
What?
The sued ones.
The Air Kais. You feel me?
The
The
Air
cool
Su-
Kais. You know what I mean?
The air
These are the what they called again?
the air lawsuits.
Yeah, these are definitely the Air lawsuits.
I was so hyped when I
Are
was
those the Hemi ones?
Yeah, these are him.
Them
those
just look
just
like
a fucking-
babes, like
Wait.
a motherfucker,
Oh,
right?
so those are revenge?
No.
No, these are cool Kai.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, hey,
that's what he did. He took.
Shout out to Kai, man.
I thought them were babes when I first saw them.
He did slick just take the revenge thing and put it on a Jordan, but like you know,
Yeah, when I was hanging out with Brendan Schaub the other day, I was pretty hyped. He was wearing his high rollers.
I was like,
off.
damn, but they're high tops, so they can't be babes.
Holding it down.
I remember like me and Housephone went to Complex Con. I was like, I want to get these.
I did want those.
Hey, but so are you on good terms with the other high rollers?
Yeah. It's not the other eye roller. Shout out to my nigga Johnny. Nah, me and bro linked up out here and all that. He cool.
It's just so weird to be like have like two overlapping social circles and there's two shoe brands that look almost exactly the same.
I don't think we're overlapping social circles at all. I think we got two different demographics. I think we got two different designs.
But is that the other
colors.
one's
Housephone,
not
when
like
do
an
you want us
MMA?
to- when
It's
do you
not
want
like
us
an
to run up on
MMA
the
shoe
fools?
brand, right?
Huh?
The other one's not like an MMA shoe brand, right?
No, not at all. It's like more. It's just more skate, like more skate culture. I'll say mine is more lifestyle. It's a difference. I feel like, and it's different silhouettes. The dice design is different. Everything's different about it. People just see the dice and they're like, "Oh my God, Housephone! Look, he's stealing from you." But shout out to everybody that's riding. That means you guys really care. You guys like, like want to stop some injustice that's happening to me. But there's no injustice.
But you know that Lil Nar gave me some fucking
The SBs?
the fake SBs that he made or whatever with the butterfly that I actually haven't worn yet, and he told me that
They're redacted?
he couldn't repost them on his story because
Nike came at him that crazy?
He basically had to settle a lawsuit. Hopefully, I'm allowed to say this with Nike over those shoes.
What about the Lil Nas X Air Max
Wait,
97s?
hold on, wait. Before we move on from that, though, did he say what was the verdict or what happened?
He just said that he had to do a settlement with them of some sort, and I guess it
He had to pay
entailed
them?
him. I don't know if he had to pay him or not, but he had to. It
really
basically,
wanna
he couldn't reshare it when I posted it on
They
my story.
basically
and
like,
tagged
nigga,
him.
take this shit down.
Yeah,
Which is
but then yeah,
understandable.
Lil Nas X did some like fucking blood ones or something, right?
Yeah, the Air Max 97s with
What's his
actual
name?
blood.
John Geiger? Am I saying
John
that?
Geiger.
Geiger. He fucking was tweeting his ass off about having basically the exact same thing.
He
happen
might
to
have been like, he was one, like, they got Warren Lotus first, then him. Like, they got a couple people with that shit, bro. They are really not playing. So that's why me and my boy, we went back to the drawing board, made some changes. We got a new silhouette on the way, man.
Ooh.
Yeah, we not fucking around with that.
I watched the Demna video that Threadology just put out. Is it Threadology? They just put out a whole video about him, and I watched it, and I learned a lot.
Who is this?
He's like one of the heads of like fucking Balenciaga and all this other crazy ass shit, and he was like super close with Kanye, even though Kanye had to, or he cut Balenciaga cut ties with Kanye and stuff, but he hasn't put out a statement about him or anything. But man, life is hard for Kanye. Pusha T, he's gone.
didn't even
He's
see
gone
that.
too?
Yeah, Pusha T announced he's no good music anymore.
And he was so fucking loyal to him. Like, Pusha is like the biggest writer. Held it down for Ye so much.
Who's still on good music? Nobody wants to
Nobody.
stand
Definitely
next
not
to him
Big
anymore, right?
Sean.
We
Not-
definitely know it's not Big Sean.
Yeah.
No
right?
Tiana Taylor.
Not
No
Cuddy.
Tiana Taylor, no Cuddy.
Yeah.
I mean, he
I don't think
essentially
2 Chainz is still on there.
No, I don't. It's,
I don't know 2 Chainz is ever on there for
he's
he's
officially.
kinda,
associated with it.
yeah.
But
He
I feel
kinda
like
was.
didn't fucking Yassine make a video about
They got designers still.
Wait, look, good music. Hello. No, they do not. Hello.
Grrrah.
Look at the sad death of good music. 26
Cute.
minutes.
Sheck Wes?
Yeah, he signed Sheck Wes.
No way, Sheck Wes.
But I think it was like a joint.
There are so many people in the
definitely a
industry.
joint with Cactus Jack.
Yeah, with Cactus.
There's so many people in the industry that are like signed. Smoke Purp was signed to
Perp.
Travis Scott.
Yeah, first.
He was the first signee to Travis
Mike Dean
Scott.
is for sure gone.
But he was never
yeah.
trying to Travis. He was never signed to Travis Scott, and it was just like a weird little marketing thing.
Right, to put for the first project, for that little project. he
Travis
put
Scott
him
and
out.
Smoke Perp.
Yeah.
Travis Scott, like, he was never really a part of it. And
Yeah.
Travis Scott never did shit. to
Yeah,
promote
I
it.
remember Travis Scott.
He was
a
barely
part
in
of-
the fucking Fingers Blue video.
Yo,
Travis
it-
Scott was a part of Grand Hustle. You remember that?
If Travis,
Yeah, he might
because
still-
T.I. signed him, yeah.
He might still be,
Bro,
under
if
contract.
he is, I think. If Travis Scott,
wow.
if Travis Scott had fully embraced Smoke Perp, you think the Smoke Perp would be a lit rapper right now?
I don't know, because look at Sheck Wes. No, but you know what though? I'm not even gonna talk shit about
he
Sheck
didn't really
Wes.
fully embrace
Well,
Sheck Wes either,
out
right?
of all
No,
of
he
his,
did. He did for sure.
well,
He's
out of
right.
all of his artists,
bit.
for Don Tolliver's been the most successful, right?
Yeah, and look, even I was talking about this on the drive over
He's
here,
faking
bro.
plays.
He's
Yeah.
who's farming streams.
His music is hard though.
Yeah, yeah.
After Party was an amazing record.
But you wonder to what extent the labels are making some of these artists
No.
look bigger than they are.
No, of
right?
course they
And
are.
that Molly song.
But you got to think about it though. They have to have some type of traction or some type of something going on, and they're just like inflating it more than like building. They're not building actual careers by farming the plays and shit like that.
Yeah,
But
I mean, you go see a Don Toliver performance at Rolling Loud. it's
everybody
lit
knows
as fuck.
every
Yeah.
word is lit as fuck. But look, even you got to think about it. Even like fucking them signing Sofego. Like, okay, I think Travis Scott's commercialization, it kind of diluted his cosign to the point to where people don't really care as much as how they like.
Well, I think
like,
he was about 6 months too late with that one too.
I don't think he was late. I think that they took too long trying to like turn him into this mainstream pop artist.
That's what I'm saying. Like it wasn't done in the proper time.
It's just,
you know what I mean?
isn't it amazing when an artist takes like years to put their
you're
debut
not
project
even
out,
that-
and then the music's not that good?
You're not
that
investing
shit
in
is
either.
like incredible.
because that
to me.
album wasn't bad at all. It was not bad at all by any means.
I haven't listened.
I liked some of the songs, but it's just the simple fact that people were simply either expecting too much or didn't give a fuck anymore. It took way too long.
Them high expectations will always fuck
Bro,
on.
his last album was what? After Me, which was like fucking 2020, 2019, maybe even. Like, bro, that's crazy. And then like his biggest song wasn't even from his last album. His biggest song was fucking Knock Knock, which was a TikTok song from like 2018.
But, like, bro,
so
think-
all his shit was fucking played out by
Think
then.
about how it used to be back in the day when a rapper would sign an artist. Like 50 Cent would have like fucking 3 Lloyd
Yeah.
Banks verses on his album, even though
Exactly.
he was gigantic at the time.
And
you
it
know?
meant a lot too.
It doesn't really seem
meant-
like Travis Scott is into signing artists and then giving them that much help. It's kind of like when you think about OVO. It's like Drake is not hopping on like a bunch of fucking Roy Woods records.
Well,
you know? He did, like,
when
one.
Drake would hop on records of his signees, he would do it just for a moment.
Yeah.
And to
He would
capture
be
that
taking
moment.
the song, yeah,
right?
and then
like McConan Club going up on a Tuesday.
but they signed him just so they
That shit
could
was
get the
big.
rights off that song, and then
that was it.
But Travis Scott could like damn near like force success upon Sofego if he was to basically like take a huge record that he knew was going to be a single,
put 'em
and
on.
Like a
take,
Don- like he
take
did
his
Don
verse
Toliver.
off, and just
He
put
does
a
have
fucking
Don
Sofego
Toliver.
verse on. Travis Scott could do that. Now, granted, Travis Scott's career has basically been at a standstill for a long fucking time
Yeah.
now, and we're sort of
that's-
still waiting to see what he's got in him at this
No,
point.
no,
but
He been dropping a lot of shit.
what
he's been dropping music,
Yeah,
yeah.
the only reason
just not an album.
Well, the only reason why he is even back in the music cycle is because of the Metro Boomin album. He got like 4
Right.
songs on
Oh,
there.
right.
Right,
Okay, yeah.
right. But you know what? Like you made a good point, though. A lot of artists nowadays are not properly trying to roll out the artists they're putting on. But the last time I really saw it on a mainstream context, and the reason it didn't really work is because he didn't really get himself on the way he should have before he helped, was Fetty Wap. He put that dude Monty on all of his big records.
Yeah, but that
He was on-
didn't work.
Fetty got
though.
a-
No, that's what I'm
Right
saying.
now,
It didn't
too.
work. It didn't
Yeah, because he sounded exactly like Fetty. So it was just like, oh, here's this guy who kind of sounds like a version of me that is like slightly less attractive.
Well, and apparently, like the folklore behind it was that the Remy boys, they were all rapping together, and Fetty wasn't even like the first one doing it. Like he was just like later in
Can
the
you
clique,
give me them yams?
and he wanted
Shit,
to
Sweet
like-
yam.
She like, Monty, can you be
You heard
my
that shit?
I
baby
remember that.
daddy? I was like, yeah.
The new Fetty song Yams, I like that shit.
I think
He got a new song in from jail?
Nigga, and he got Charlie Wilson and Ron
I
Isley
have
on the
heard that
remix.
song.
I think I left Monty on Red in like 2017 or
Cold.
2018.
Yeah, cold
TBH.
nigga, bro.
It's rough.
So this
Sounds
whole
about
Fetty
right.
Wap indictment could have been stopped if you would have just
Gave him a
interviewed
little
him.
bit. But did he get caught up in that?
I don't know. I'm just saying you.
Are they even homies still?
Somehow you.
I
were-
think they
it's
fell
your
out.
fault.
I guess.
1738.
He was really good at doing remixes and shit. But yeah, no, honestly.
He had a run.
But look.
Fetty had a crazy run.
You know we got to bring everything back to Playboy Cardi, bro. Playboy Cardi cosign is worth 10 times
But has
more.
Playboy Cardi done much music with like Destroy Lonely?
No,
See?
they have no songs out.
I'm saying nobody.
I don't even think Ken Carson got a song with them.
See, like this is such a weird
At
era
least,
to
at
live
least
in.
a song that's out. They
Where
don't have a,
rappers sign artists, but then they're so concerned with being rare and just.
but because you got to give them a
they-
chance to fly on their own first.
I guess, but like give them
Destroy
a
Lonely.
fucking verse.
Destroy Lonely sold out the Palladium, I think twice.
Yeah, I mean, apparently he doesn't need it, but I'm just saying.
So I'm saying,
if
like,
I was gonna sign an artist and
if
I
you
was an
would've
artist, that's what I would be thinking. What does Gucci Mane do as soon as he signs an artist? Boom, music video.
Well, Cardi, if Cardi would do a
It's
collab,
making it more rare,
If
though.
Cardi did a Destroy Lonely collab, it could chart. That's the difference.
No, but his album charted. What do you mean?
Right, but I'm saying like
So he don't need Cardi.
it'll
to chart.
raise his profile. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But I'm
Who do y'all
saying,
think
but
is the
it's at the
last-
right time. You got it. Like, okay, if he just came in the game with 5 Playboy Cardi features, and that's all niggas knew him from.
No, that
was
wouldn't
his
help.
most streamed songs.
Yeah.
he would have
5
no
is
career.
way different than 0.
we don't have no more of those dynasties anymore. Where it's like you have
Opium
a
is
group
a
of people-
dynasty.
You said what is?
Opium is a dynasty.
We get it. You love drugs.
No, but like, who's the last artist you could say like
Playboy
they
Cardi.
got 4 or 5 hot niggas under them? They doing music
Kid
together.
Carson, Destroy Lonely, Homicide Gang. There's 2 artists, so
I
there you
mean,
go.
How many?
Street rappers don't do this. Street
Yeah.
rappers just hop on each other's songs nonstop.
like really, if you look at like the last dynasty in hip hop, like to that degree,
Was it Ross?
no, I was gonna say TDE, which
For
is slightly
sure.
after that.
Who's after that though?
That's what I'm
Nobody.
saying. Like that's like the end. Like you'd have to start because
Imagine if Pusha T had never hopped on a Big 30 record.
I mean, really, you could say like QC. QC's like
QC
the
was,
last
yeah,
dynasty.
you could say that. You could
Because
say
that was
that.
slightly after.
You could say that.
They left Skip It a Flip in the dust.
Man, and
And
he was the
Mako.
engineer too.
They've had a ton of artists fail, which is why like it's
I have an unreleased Mako verse for like I did a song with him.
Are you talking about OG
Street
Mac?
Who?
streets are dying to
Oh,
hear
Mako?
that.
Yeah.
Mako, cool nigga, man.
Streets
He's
are
hella
dying to
cool.
hear it, man.
Yeah.
But he had like a lot of.
Wait, I would like
did.
to hear that
Yeah,
too.
his whole
actually.
face is fucking rotting off. I wonder if he's
Yeah.
still rocking the eye patch and shit.
No, I seen
That's
him.
a nigga that's been
No,
through a
not
lot of
rocking
shit.
that. You could see like where it was damaged.
Bro, he
but-
got flesh-eating bacteria on his
Yeah.
face, and his girl left him. I told my girl, you better not even think about it. You better hold me down through the flesh-eating
Bro,
bacteria.
I swear to God, like what?
I need you now.
Like now I actually need you.
When I interviewed him, he told me all about that, and I felt horrible.
I thought it was so
That
funny.
sucks.
Remember when he
No,
got
that,
all-
cause that lets you know. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you
No,
off.
you good.
That just lets you know like what these bitches are here for.
Remember
bro.
that voicemail? And everybody was like, he got AIDS.
Remember when he got all mad at Keith Ape when he copied the song?
Oh yeah,
That was lame. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
That's
that
when
was lame.
I got to see a lot of like real deal LA clout chasing when Keith Ape had his moment and he performed
Yeah.
to him on everything and everybody was like
One day.
pretending that they really want to hang out with this dude who doesn't even speak
This-
English.
He literally doesn't speak English at all.
I got to see that with fucking Matt Ox too. I remember this one
to
fucking
hang out
clout
with
chaser on Melrose.
Matt Ox
And
had one I used to like.
And I'm just
Get money, yeah,
I'm watching him
yeah.
follow
Get money,
Matt
yeah,
Ox to
yeah.
the stage and shit. I'm like, bro, he's 12.
He's literally 11. Bro.
And I'm not talking about Hesh, although this
Yeah.
essentially applies to him too. But he was younger. So.
No, but Hesh was actually involved.
next.
Hesh was involved with like with like developing his career and like working close with the producers and the management and the
Yeah.
label and shit like that.
He got in there.
That's completely different. But-
Matt Ox has had a crazy career, dude.
Bro,
Like,
what? He just turned 18 the other
Yeah.
day. Shout out to my fucking boy, bro.
Yeah.
He just turned 18. Think
I've
about
had like
that.
many long conversations with Matt Ox's mom.
Bro, I've had many long conversations with him, and I'm like, bro, you're too wise for your fucking age, bro. Like,
Yeah.
even when he was a kid, bro, like he was like talking about grown man like stresses he was having. I'm
Bro,
just
he
like,
used
bro.
to FaceTime me smoking gigantic backwoods when he was like 12, 13 years old. And I would just be like, dude, what the fuck? Because like he did a very good job of like hiding it from the media and everything.
He was trying to hide it from his mom.
Yo, this motherfucker was getting high as fuck.
Think about his trajectory compared to Pumps. It's kind of
But-
crazy.
It's like a mini version of Pump's trajectory.
Not at all. I feel like he's gonna actually.
Oh, you think he's got
yeah, I
come
think
back?
I
How
think
many?
he's-
Okay, but how many views do you think Matt Ox is doing on music videos right now? And I'm not hating
I
on
would
him
say
at all.
like
I'm just curious.
in the 50 to 100,000.
That's it.
I mean, I don't think that's terrible.
Really?
I don't think it's terrible if you do it.
Considering
independent.
if it was Lil Pump, you'd be saying it was terrible.
Yeah,
sure.
for sure.
For sure.
Didn't he have
His
that?
new video came out 6 days ago. It's 42,000 views.
Who?
I don't think that's
Matt
bad
Ox.
at all. Especially independently on your own shit.
4 months ago, 245K. I'm just saying you wouldn't shoot anybody else this much bail. Yeah, most of his shit is around like 50 to 100K.
I thought he was
over
bigger
the
than
last
that.
year or so. Nah, I mean, honestly, he was somebody that I felt like really suffered because of the fact that he got his Instagram hacked and deleted and shit in the very beginning. So he got like 1 million followers and then his Instagram's gone. So he wasn't
But
really
you know-
able to, but I mean, this happens to fucking rappers all the time now, but he wasn't really able to hold on to that like core fan base that he got when he went viral, you know? So now he drops a record and he doesn't have a way to like necessarily like
Promote
push it into people's minds. I wonder how he does on TikTok.
What was that
I feel
song
like he's
he-
made for TikTok.
He put out a joint a couple years ago. I think it was called Go. I forget the name. I think that might have
Bro,
been the
he
name
has
of it.
so many bangers,
That shit
bro.
was crazy.
He did have a lot of songs that we liked back in the day. I'm not gonna lie.
No, and you know why I can't. You know why I can't give that same.
How the fuck does he only have 27K on TikTok?
Probably not
It's
active
probably
on
not
there.
on TikTok.
He posts a lot.
Please don't get our whole scream cream. No, but look,
Age restricted now.
Look. The reason why I can't give fucking Lil Pump the same credit is because nigga,
He was a dick.
Gucci, well, that one, but then Gucci Gang was so fucking massive that
Way bigger than
the bigger it is, the harder fall off.
But that's why I'm saying that Maddox's career was like a mini Lil Pump in the sense that he had like a couple big records in the beginning, and then it essentially just fizzled out.
Well, I
at
also
some
feel
point.
like Maddox is like significantly more talented than him.
Yeah,
I could see that.
1,000.
Please don't disrespect Little Pimp.
Where's Trump at? Trump should have Lil Pimp buy one of his NFTs.
Little
You
Pimp.
voted for Trump?
Hell no.
You think he's even going to be?
Throw him in prison. When Trump dropped his NFTs, it kind of reminded me of when 6ix9ine dropped his NFT project, and it very much feels like kind of like a similar moment in Donald Trump's career where it's like, this might all be over. I gotta just at least do one last rug pull to get the fucking NFT bag real quick.
It was kind of dope the way.
I
want to
know what's happened with
though.
the Gene holders. Who's holding Gene?
What about how Trump was like, well, yo, I have a really important big announcement.
I know, and everybody thought it was going to be like his vice president or something.
Yeah, and it's like, no, it's me.
It's an NFT.
It's me with the S on my chest and a Superman cape.
And if you watch the video of him explaining what the NFTs were, it's like so unbelievably obvious that he has no idea what he's talking about. He's like, they've got some really incredible photos. It's like, this is not a photo. It's like a spaceman's body rising into the sun with your face on it.
And when
fucking
people
hilarious.
when people are still trying to push NFTs and talking about no, but you don't get it. The utility on this one is
you sell
game
yours?
changing.
No, but let's
I
talk
thought you
about.
asked him this last week.
Yo, he asked me that literally every week. Let's talk about CoffeeZilla because he basically has produced like this. It's now 2 parts that are out. Where at one point, fucking Logan Paul was doing an NFT project that was called Zoophiles or some shit.
yeah.
It's something where you're supposed to be able to get like animals, these original drawings of animals, and then like me and you could come together and combine our fucking animals to make a different animal
dumb.
NFT.
Right.
The idea that anybody thought that this was going to be a thing that could
Look at
be a
Josh.
crypto zoo. The idea that people thought that this was going to actually make money is pretty fucking hilarious.
I watched this video last night.
But Logan was actually promoting the fuck out of this on his podcast and everything. And
Well,
so what?
remember, he was promoting the other thing first.
He had a
and then-
bunch of different crypto
Yeah.
projects.
Now he's got one called Moon something or whatever. like-
Safe Moon? That was a long
Yeah.
time ago. I don't think he's promoting crypto anymore, hopefully.
no, I thought he just put out another one
I
recently.
think
Yeah.
it's some different shit. Because this, I think he's realized that the gig is kind of up on
Yeah.
this. Or is the jig
No,
up?
the-
What's
the-
up? The gig or the jig?
The jizz.
The jizz is up. Exactly. The frothy shampoo-esque jizz is up.
Supplement gang.
But I think...
Supplement gang.
But I think, man, like they had like, dude, CoffeeZilla has interviewed mad people who are the people that got scammed.
Yeah.
Like random dudes who lost $500,000 in this fucking crypto thing.
He even talked to fucking Logan Paul's manager at one
I was
point.
saying, if CoffeeZilla really wanted to, he could probably dive deep into the Gene NFT scam and find all the people who lost money on it and like get to clickbait 6ix9ine. Now, granted, this is a great video idea since I'm pretty sure CoffeeZilla is not going to do this. This is a great idea for any other YouTuber if they wanted to do that. But because like all those crypto scams now, when you think about them, they seem like such fascinating content because at the time, like when I saw Gunna or Lil Uzi Vert
Which is
post
fucking nuts.
about a crypto coin, I was so new to even like getting it that it wasn't like super obvious to me that it was such a scam. So I didn't really think that
You didn't
much
think
of
so
it.
at first when you see every rapper popping out of the
I knew it was a
nowhere.
scam, but I just didn't like understand the scam.
You didn't have to
100%.
understand it to know that that's what it was.
Yeah, like I mean, and I feel like I probably had a better understanding of it than the average person
Yeah.
in understanding that it was a scam, but I didn't like. It wasn't so obvious to me how this was gonna work. So like all that shit could be like broken into again and like totally discussed. Because as soon as I saw this one guy talk about how he lost $500,000 because he trusted Logan Paul, I'm just like, oh my god.
But
dude,
then,
this
but
is
then
brutal.
also like as far as the rappers, I feel like rappers and influencers were weaponized and didn't really have anything
sure.
to do with the conceiving of these projects.
Yeah, I mean, they got a bag to post the shit and,
Yeah.
and get the project
Right,
going.
but there were a lot of those, and for sure, like we at a certain point posted like no jumper promoting some random fucking NFT and shit. But this is kind of different because he's like on the podcast talking about how great it is, how involved with it he is.
How they put $1 million into it.
But
and
then
all
there's
this
so
custom
much
artwork.
fucking weird shit behind the scenes that because like the dudes that he partnered with on it were basically like huge frauds. Like totally pretending to be something that they weren't. So that adds this whole other element to it where, yeah, maybe Logan knew that it was basically a pump and dump from the beginning, but he also partnered with dudes who were like probably determined on making it a scam. So there was like never any chance that it was really meant to be a real thing.
Well, remember, they were all in that video too. They were talking about there was a guy who like privated the code or something like that, and was like trying to get money from Logan and them.
And now they're saying that that's a lie.
Yeah.
And that's like basically
Speaking of-
not how that went down.
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of fades, I'd like to see a Spencer Cornelia versus CoffeeZilla fade.
I mean, I think a lot of people would even say that Spencer kind of like saw what CoffeeZilla was doing and decided like, oh, this is good. I'm going to start doing this.
Calling out
bar
the
for bar.
charlatans.
Yeah, I like CoffeeZilla's videos are a lot more engaging.
Hell
though, I'm
yeah.
going to be totally honest with you.
Yeah, but I love how smarmy and arrogant Spencer Cornelia is, bro.
Spencer is like nobody else that I've ever met in my life.
you interview
His
him?
communication style. Yeah.
What he did to Mr. Organic, did you see that?
Yes.
Oh my
What he pulled up on him?
God.
Yo, that was
with the
incredible.
check for $3 or whatever. Like, yeah.
You see when they met up?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
Yeah, he's lucky he didn't just get stolen right then. He had a fucking security guard with him.
I have to piss so bad.
Yeah.
My dick is going to
By the way, I've done this whole episode with food poisoning, so don't ever question
Nigga.
don't ever question my
the
dedication.
fuck?
Hey, that's relentless right there. That Mamba mentality.
That's
Look
the
at the
Mamba
IV.
mentality.
This ain't
That
no
is.
22
Hey,
mentality.
I got the IV people for you though, if you need.
Oh
it.
yeah, I think I might.
Lush on an IV?
This,
Hot.
This is
I'm gonna need some IV. My
this is
fucking
23,
legs
not 22,
You
man.
need an IV
Yeah,
ketamine.
that's 20. Flu games, sixes.
I want my next shirt to be you hooked up to a ketamine IV.
We could do like me as a horse or something like that. That would be funnier.
I like
Housephone the
that.
Stallion.
Wow.
No,
Alright, so-
you know how like Lush has one at the end of his name, which is kind of like a common thing in graffiti and like whatever.
Right.
It's weird how Housephone in a way is like house one.
Facts.
Like you have like a one at the end of your name too.
How?
House
O-N-E.
house
Oh, the O&E.
one. This was actually something that my brain thought of earlier.
I mean,
It's house.
And you
P-
got damn.
It's house
Kinda
PH1.
depressing. Yeah.
yeah, because my pH
House
balance is up.
PH1.
Yeah.
I got arm.
Okay. Shout out to the special needs section of this podcast. Shout out to everybody who watched this. Appreciate y'all.
Hey.
We out.
I will be streaming after this.
NoJumper.com if you want to cop the new merch. It's almost sold out. It's going to be taken off the site momentarily.
That's all.
That was a good drop. Shout out to Jason.
That shit was fire as fuck.
like
Everything
it.
That shit
about-
hella hard.
The designs, the commercial, the
And dude, our
rollout.
design department's going crazy. We're going to have new drops every month this year,
Hey,
I think.
I need another cover. My
just
son
know we
fucked it up.
got a crazy collab coming up. Just know.
We do.
This shit was
They've been
fire.
working with you?
I'm going to go throw up now.
Oh my God. House PH1.
All right, y'all.
We out.
Love
No
you
Jumper.
guys.
Bow.
Gang.